say. Turn the lights off. Turn the light, tell me what to say. Turn the light, tell me what to say. Turn the light, tell me what you said. 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 Turn the light, tell me what you said.
Welcome to the NACE Star League studio. We kick off playoffs tonight with 3 Rocket League games. 6 teams enter, but 3 will leave in our final bracket. I'm your host, Jacob Palmer, and I am joined by Artemis Rain to call for all of the playoff action for you here tonight. And Artie, we're going to be starting this playoff night with a bang because Kennesaw State, I'm told, is going up against quite a formidable opponent.
And who would that opponent be in particular for tonight, Jacob?
Oh, St. Clair Saints. I mean,
I know, the team that
I know, it's like
dominating.
you pitched it up for me. All I had to do was say the 2 words St. Clair, and you're like, yeah. Because St. Clair is one of the toughest teams to go up against. But that's what we've been talking about all season. Teams that make it out of LCQs got to go up against the top seeds as soon as they get to playoffs. So either we're going to see the upset of the night here, or Kennesaw State's going to have a very short season.
Well, I mean, you make it to playoffs, their playoff run will be short-lived, but overall, they've had a great performance thus far in the season. I mean, yes, you had to go to LCQ because only the top dog of your division managed to make it into playoffs scot-free, but from here on out, you have to battle and continue to push that rock up the hill. If you fail, well, then yes, your season will end.
Let's take a look at the schedule for tonight, see what we've got lined up. Already I've teased our first match, Kennesaw State versus St. Clair. Then after that, we'll be going to Oklahoma Christian versus Rochester, and then ending out with Maryville versus Siena Heights. So St. Clair and Maryville in the same broadcast. That's a tough night indeed.
The 2, what you would consider top dogs across the board competing tonight to set the bar high for our playoffs overall. Hopefully, St. Clair and Kennesaw put on a stellar performance because this isn't our standard layout for our competitive Rocket League. Normally it's best of 5, but it's best of 7 today, and the players that get to start off today's best of 7 for Kennesaw State and St. Clair, we can take a quick look at those 2 teams that we'll be having for tonight.
The 3 people who've been brought from Kennesaw State are Flitz, TNT, and Parr.
And for St. Clair, it's Kipper, Raymond, and Christian.
Teams are all lined up. Now, we've been talking all season about the bracket that these teams are set in. I do believe production still has that bracket, but we had a whole bracket reveal stream last week, and we got to see where each of the teams from all of the different divisions ended up. And an overview of the bracket, you can see we are starting off in that lower right corner, Kennesaw State versus St. Clair. But Kennesaw State, I mean, as much as we hype up St. Clair, Kennesaw State is actually higher seeded for this matchup.
Yes, because they are 6th seed versus the 11th seed. And while we did say St. Clair is kind of a domineering force, they're not that high ranked. However, it is important to keep in mind that the seeding is not always the representation exactly of the performance that these players can set out on the field.
And then you also see Maryville, Siena Heights in the lower left corner. We're only in the preliminary stages, round of 16, if you will, looking to move on to the round of 8. And tell us a little bit, you hinted at it a little bit earlier, how we are in best of 7 matches now. How does that change the overall gameplay, the overall challenges that the teams have to overcome?
Well, first and foremost, your goal win condition is no longer 3 games, it's 4. And if you typically are the type of player that gets exhausted after you hit that 3rd game or that 3rd win, mind you, in a best of 5, well, going the distance for a best of 7 makes it all that much harder. Have you conditioned yourself to actually be able to, go the distance in this instance? Because after that 3rd win, theoretically, if you are too gassed, at that point, a reverse sweep can start. You're going to be stuck playing the whole 7-game series, and then you'll end up losing if you're unable to keep up the energy and mental capabilities necessary to be successful in Rocket League.
It also changes the dynamic of the first 2 games, kind of, because you have a lot of time to really study the other team and look at how they play the game. If it's a best of 5 or best of 3, especially in certain tournaments, if the team gets a win, they're already at match point, and you don't have time to take what you've learned overall. But through best of 7s, we really get the chance to see storylines develop, if you will, and see teams start to adjust to the strengths and weaknesses that their opponents give them.
The comical aspect of what you're mentioning there is also the fact that even in best of 5s, typically game 1 goes one direction, game 2 goes the other way, and we go down to the pivotal best of 3 series. But when it goes to these best of 7s, sometimes it goes 1 game and then 2 games to the other team and then 1 game right back to the other team. So then you're just stuck once again doing a best of 3 series. Will Kennesaw State or St. Clair wrap up a best of 7 in 4 games flat, or are we going to progress further down the line and get closer to an entire 7-game series We'll find out as we jump into the first 5 minutes here for our official playoff kickoff.
It is the Owls versus the States, and it is dark and stormy in the virtual arena. Just the kind of setting I would want for a playoff atmosphere. It is serious. It is time to knock someone out of the running entirely. Number 6 versus number 11 in the seedings. We're off to the first kickoff. St. Clair is going to have Raymond try to cheat out after the kickoff. Another shot taken toward the goal, but it isn't going to score. It's going to be saved by Kennesaw State, who's now looking to gain some ground themselves. TNT is going to have his shot pushed off to the side by St. Clair. It's now on the counterattack. Can they get past? They can. It's an opening right into the goalie. And Christian is going to score the first goal for the Saints.
We can take a quick recap here of how this goal went down. We had Christian pop it up and then use the rebound off of TNT for the follow-up shot. We even had a secondary defender try to get in the way, but it was unsuccessful. Wow, we're going to get ready to go into the second kickoff. That was a goal within 20 seconds, and we're probably going to have a return goal very quickly as Raymond sends it across the midfield stripe. Unfortunately, it will be deflected. Fitz will elevate, look to dunk it down past Christian. It hits the back wall. TNT comes back. It's pinched towards the ceiling. Fitz, Raymond, one of them has to go after this ball. Instead, it's going to be Parson. Looks for an opportunity to crawl it in the corner, get it to midfield stripe. Will play it off the wall to themselves and manage to maintain it despite St. Clair's best attempt to get in the way. Christian in the corner, pops it up over one, but it ends up with TNT, who's going to pop it down off the ceiling. It's pinched back off by Christian to the other corner.
Pass down to Flitz, is able to play it around one Saint, but not two. Raymond gets a huge bomber back over toward Kennesaw State territory. A shot placed on goal, off the crossbar, double 50-50 on the follow-up. Now Kennesaw State has managed to gain back territory to the midfield line. It's going to go into the far corner. Raymond's going to stop that from being set up. St. Clair still looking for their clear. Kennesaw State still having side control.
A demolition onto Parson. TNT goes forward, attempted shot on goal. It's going to be taken away by, it looked like Kipper. Now the ball is in the defensive third for Kennesaw State. Fitz tries to make contact with the ball, doesn't manage to do so. Another shot on is going to be deflected by the crossbar. Pinched towards the midfield stripe. It's Flitz rushing forward, trying to make contact, is unsuccessful. We have the ball dunked down in front of the net, and that is going to be another goal for St. Clair.
Taking another look on this shot, Parson whiffs. TNT reads it right, but is a bit too soon on his recovery. So St. Clair is going to keep their goal, keep their lead going up to 2-0.
TNT attempting to get the ball out of the corner. As Christian attempting to get in, so it's going to be Rahman to make the final deflection into the defensive third for Kennesaw State. Parson with possession. Kipper to take it away for a moment. Christian goes in, pushes Fitz off the ball, manages to send it over to Parson. Parson will pop it up into the air. Kipper will send it across the midfield stripe into the defensive third for Kennesaw State again. It's Flitz with possession. Rahman comes in, does not manage to maintain contact for very long as TNT goes for a shot on goal. It's going to be deflected. Follow-up shot from Flitz will be successful. Kennesaw State putting themselves on the board.
Always nice when you can get a 2-for-1. Two members of the team caught way too far back in the goal. That allows this game to go down to just a 1-goal differential, and half of the time is remaining. So still plenty of opportunities for both teams to make more goals. Flitz trying to follow up the kickoff. TNT gets one touch on it. Flitz comes in for the shot on goal, but it's popped way high up in the air. Doesn't find the goal. St. Clair whiffs on their save, however. And TNT locks it in for an equalizer. Nice communication between Parson and TNT. In fact, you got no touches by St. Clair whatsoever. That was just a wide open goal for Kennesaw State to play with. Now this kickoff goes in favor of Kennesaw State. Rahman tries to get the clear pass over to Christian into the corner. Kennesaw State able to get the ball away from their goal, set up in front. Raymond plays it past TNT. Flitz looking to find the save, gets it. Moves on, but doesn't have anyone to pass to. But Parson comes up at just the right moment to be able to keep the play going for Kennesaw State.
ball at midfield. It splits to push it off the wall. Parson has the ball pinched up and away from him. Blitz comes forward, will elevate. Manages to keep possession of the ball for a moment, but ends up dropping down to Kipper again in the corner. Christian is waiting for an opportunity to help out their teammate. Instead, Parson will elevate on the attempted shot on goal, make the save, but the ball still in front of the goal. Finally gets cleared by Flitz. Rahman comes in, sends it in the corner. It goes to Christian. Christian sends it to the wall. TNT cuts in, steals it away. Flitz with the bottom of their car manages to pop it across into the defensive third for St. Clair. Quickly cleared out, back to midfield stripe. Christian will bring it into the corner, but Flitz will get a touch on it. Unfortunately, Flitz's deflection ends up going into the back of the net, and that's goal number 3 for St. Clair.
Nice setup, and Flitz had the right idea, but the touch he got isn't quick enough. Instead, it just bounces right back into Christian, setting him up for the goal. Now just 1 minute left. Can the Owls equalize this? Demo in midfield. TNT is going to pass it back over towards St. Clair. Get a little bit of room for his team to recover and set up a shot on goal, but it's a whiff. Now St. Clair has an opportunity to kind of get the final nail in the coffin. If they can get an insurance goal here, I would say that would spell good things for their chances in picking up this first game.
They are only leading by 1, but with 40 seconds left on the clock, Kennesaw needs to find the back of the net here quickly to send us into overtime. As you mentioned, that second goal would be great for St. Clair, but instead it's going to be Kennesaw to find the follow-up. We're tied 3-aside with just under 30 seconds remaining.
Extremely competitive. You think that these teams are ranked 6 and 11, both right in the middle of the seeding, that this scoreline seems to reflect that. There hasn't been too big of a lead in shots on goal either between the two teams. TNT is going to take the ball as far as he can. Christian looking for his clear. Parson stops him right dead center of the field. Touched by St. Clair, trying to drive it around the corner. Flitz is going to stop that. Christian plays it around him. Shot on goal, doesn't find it. Now only 10 seconds left for Kennesaw State to try to bring this back. Try to find any sort of opportunity to get back in the lead. But it doesn't seem to be, and we are going to be starting out going into overtime.
Kickoff goes in favor of Kennesaw State. It's Flitz going in for the golden goal very quickly. Kennesaw putting themselves in the lead by 1 and walking away with the game 1 victory.
Excellent cheat by Flitz. Reads the situation perfectly. Kipper can't get back after trying to go for his boost. Very nice win for the Owls to start things off tonight. And I think what you see from Kennesaw State is they're kind of, I liked what I saw from them because despite the early start by St. Clair, they were able to stay level-headed, stay in the game, and I think that that's really going to help them going into a best-of-7 especially.
Well, we'll have to see if Kennesaw State can actually maintain this lead, put themselves up by 2, which of course normally would put you at series point, but it's just going to put you halfway there to series point and then maintain that for an extra 2 games thereafter to round it out quickly. Granted, this went back and forth quite frequently, but early on it was St. Clair to set themselves in the lead. It's just something started to go wrong. Hopefully they can rectify that and maybe equalize out the series score when we jump into the next 5-minute game.
It is truly a marathon when you go to a best-of-7 Rocket League games in this format. Can go over an hour and feel like it, but when you got the commentary in between, all the replays for every single goal, that time can pile up. Not to speak of overtime, which we've already seen once tonight. We have a feeling since it's playoffs and these teams have a lot to fight for, that it's not going to be the last overtime we see either.
It is still dark, stormy, and gloomy, even though it is November. We're past spooky season.
Although here locally, where we're casting from the studio, temperatures have plummeted.
Yes, it's quite chilly now, but we don't have snow yet. And I know some players in where they're at, they already have snow. So I am thankful I'm not in that situation. As we go into game 2, first kickoff, Christian from St. Clair will get the first touch. It's going to go in the corner over to Flitz. Dunked down off the ceiling by Christian. Instead, it's going to be Parson to send it to TNT. TNT will elevate. Gets 1 touch, gets it over 1. Parson tries to come in to get the follow-up touch, and there's a demo on the keeper. The follow-up shot doesn't make it in. It's cleared to midfield stripe. Kipper with possession has it stolen by Parson. Rahman will flick it into the corner. It's in front of the net. Flitz Gets the clear, goes into the defensive third for St. Clair, pinched away quickly by Kipper, who can't get it past TNT. TNT tries to go and challenge Christian. Christian maintaining possession, pushing Parson off of possession. We have Flitz come in from the defensive third, instead ends up with TNT. TNT will get one flip reset, tries to juke it around. Kipper cannot do it, instead it's Flitz now in a one-on-one and loses possession. Parson is in front of St. Clair's net, attempting to get possession of this ball in the defensive third, plays it off the wall, tries to go to TNT. Christian tries to make contact, Rahman tries to set it into the net. It's back in front of Kennesaw State's goal, but unfortunately will not find it. We have it sent again across midfield stripe by TNT. Elevation from Flitz. Instead it's going to be Rahman to end up getting a touch on that. TNT brings it across midfield to Parson. Parson gets a touch. It goes to Kipper. Ball in the corner. Fitz double touch off the corner. Sent back to midfield stripe. There's no one in the goal. Parson makes it back just in time to find it. Cleared over to the side, but unfortunately runs out of gas at midfield. It's sent right back to the defensive third for Kennesaw State. TNT brings it off the wall. Has Christian looking to go on the offensive. Instead plays it off the back wall to Flitz. Flitz goes for the flip reset. It's almost in the net, and it's Parson to connect the ball into the back, and that is a goal for Kennesaw State.
Really nice play by the Owls. Puts them into a lead with a minute and a half into the proceedings. This kickoff. This is going to back pass it over to Kennesaw State. That gives St. Clair a little bit of room to work with. Doesn't turn into a goal, however. TNT now moving towards. Ball gets spiked up into the air. Parson gets demoed. Christian now moving up the field on the counter-attack, but doesn't quite get the setup they were looking for. One touch by Flitz, gets a whole bunch of territory for the Owls. They keep it. Flitz trying to set it up toward the goal. TNT trying to spike it down, doesn't find it. Kennesaw State definitely keeping the offense up into game number 2.
Off the wall, it's TNT, touch the ball towards the air. Flitz makes slight contact, shot on goal is going to be saved. Follow-up touch, it does not go in either. Hits the top crossbar, finally cleared out by Christian. It's in the corner, TNT battling for possession. Looks to flick the ball to Fitz, but cannot find the right angles. We have a demo onto Christian. Ball sent in the defensive third once again for Kennesaw State. Flitz will clear it to the midfield stripe. Christian comes in, does not make contact. TNT is going to get demoed. Kipper from midfield will send it to the back wall. Parson clears it to midfield stripe again, where someone is already waiting from St. Clair. Flitz in the corner, attempts to clear, but is unsuccessful, so it's Parson to finish up the job. Kipper will elevate and deflect the cross-map shot. Again, ball in the corner for St. Clair in their defensive third as they bring it to midfield stripe.
Parson doesn't quite get the dribble he was looking for. Ball pushed all the way over to the other side of the field. TNT is waiting, but quickly gets demoed. Opening for Rahman, tries to set it up. Parson takes it away from him. Flitz gets a touch, pass back over to Parson. Christian deflect just enough to stop the forward play. Ball's going to head back toward midfield. TNT moving up the wall, off the ceiling. He's able to find his second touch on the ball, but it's going to be saved by Christian. St. Clair still maintaining a solid defense. They need to turn that into an offense, get a goal on the board to be able to make this competitive.
Flitz has possession, has 2 in front of him. Tries to juke them both out. Instead, Christian will stop the momentum of the ball. It's going to be cleared by Rahman, sent to midfield stripe. Flitz will pop it up into the air, looks to make second contact, gets it off the back wall. TNT is rotating back to midfield stripe. Rahman attempts to get the ball near the goal. Unfortunately, it is taken away immediately. Parson now bringing it across midfield stripe. It's going to be sent back across by Christian. Looking for a centering opportunity, has 2 in front of him. An attempted follow-up from Rahman will be unsuccessful. Kipper on midfield stripe goes for the challenge against Parson. Ball pinched towards the ceiling, drops back down. TNT cuts in after Christian gets demoed. TNT off the wall, tries to get the bank shot, can't do it. Flitz goes in for the follow-up. We have 30 seconds remaining, and TNT tries to take another shot, is again thwarted. Rahman tries to bring the ball in midfield, pushes it too far forward. Parson with possession, pushes it to Flitz. Flitz will make the second goal for Kennesaw State.
Absolutely dominant showing and quite a statement to make with just 20 seconds left on the clock. Plays it right past, right over Christian. Stay Puft will come up onto the field for a little bit of celebration, and now we go into the final 20 seconds of the match. Owls leading 2-0.
Blitz from mid to TNT. Shot on goal, saved by Raman. Carson gets it from one of the St. Clair players. Ball still inside defensive third for Kennesaw State. 5 seconds remaining at this point. St. Clair can hope to get 1 goal for good measure, and it's going to be Raman to do so, but it's not going to be enough to put them in the lead. Somehow off kickoff, they managed to find a second goal and keep the ball in the air leading up to that goal.
There'd have to be a spectacular collapse of the Owls right here. I have to wonder if their team members will go after the boost or just make sure they keep it out of St. Clair's hands. Nicely played. They're trying to ground it, keep it out of the hands of the Saints. Back toward midfield, and that'll do it. Kennesaw State goes up 2-0 in this best of 7 and starting to get pretty close to that match point, only 1 game from it.
Yeah, so they're halfway to the goal that they need to reach, but they're not quite there just yet. And we have roughly what could be about, yes, every time there's a goal scored, time stops, about 10 minutes between them and making it into the next round, the round of 16. Whether or not they can do that, well, St. Clair may respond differently and decide that, no, today is not your day. This is the end of your playoff run. We'll have to wait and see, though. Do you have any thoughts based off of what we just saw?
You know, I think Kennesaw State, they showed it from game 1. They're really good at that disruption against the St. Clair States. We're constantly seeing teammates, while one person tries to set up the goal, the other is making the goalies' lives as difficult as they could be, whether that's demo, bumping, making sure they're corralled in the back of the goal. I think that's the Owls' greatest strength heading into this next game.
It seemed as though that game number 2, a lot of it was Kennesaw State with ball control, but there was a lot of just back and forth play. The ball was volleying from one defensive third to the other. Hopefully we start seeing more connective passes coming out from Kennesaw State as well as St. Clair to make these attempts on goal a little bit more successful. They have 5 minutes before Kennesaw either puts themselves at series point or St. Clair puts themselves on the board with their first game victory.
Kennesaw State versus St. Clair already. The Owls up to a 2-0 lead. Saints trailing, and they're going to have to, we've been talking all about the endurance that you have to have for a best of 7. Well, St. Clair will need to bring that into play if they want to have any chance of moving on. First kickoff, slightly in favor of the Saints. A bunch of demos being traded back and forth in mid. TNT gets 1 touch, is stopped by the Saints, but a great shot placed on goal by Flitz. He was waiting right under that ball on ground level to capitalize. Almost turned into a goal for his team. Right now, St. Clair is going to try to get there. First off the crossbar it goes, and they'll be left searching as well.
TNT brings the ball across midfield stripe. Is it a 2-on-1 in the corner? It's going to be Christian to clear it to the opposite side. Ball popped towards midfield stripe. Christian does not make contact. Blitz elevates, keeps the ball in the air. TNT and Kipper will both be demoed. Raman with possession. Instead, it's going to be Parson who steals it away. Christian pops the ball towards the ceiling, takes a secondary touch, gives it to Kipper. Kipper's shot will be cleared away by Flitz. Christian looks to try and take this ball from Flitz, who's bringing it to the defensive third for St. Clair. It's going to be volleyed across midfield stripe off the wall. Kipper goes for the challenge, does not make contact. Christian with possession has little pressure for a few moments. Looks to play it off the wall to themselves, and it's going to end up with TNT popping it into the corner.
TNT looking to pass to Flitz on the clear. Oh, almost takes a bad bounce off of Raman. It get into the goal. Both teams still scoreless, but that was very close. St. Clair now trying to set it up for Christian's shot. He's going to be blocked by TNT, and both teams still stay scoreless. Raman is going to get B2 on the 50. And St. Clair, he still sticks in midfield, though, trying to look for a centering pass. Doesn't find one. Christian comes in on the left corner. Ball is high and back to midfield. Flitz to set it up off the backboard. Follow up not there, and St. Clair. Double commit by Kennesaw State. Try to get to that ball, leading St. Clair to score their first.
You can see in this replay, all 3 members of Kennesaw State are in front of the net to commit on the save, and unfortunately Flitz can't redirect themselves mid-flight in order to make it. We go into our next kickoff. Currently 3 minutes, almost under 3 minutes left on the clock. St. Clair leading by 1. Christian looks to play the ball in the corner, has 2 members of the defense of Kennesaw State there. Parson will steal it away for a moment. TNT is racing forward to help out their teammate instead. They're going to remain at midfield stripe. Raman with possession. Blitz goes for the challenge, brings it to the ground, but Christian reads it, pops it back up. There's a demo onto Kipper. Parson, again, demos Kipper as Flitz in the air with possession, gets the flip reset, looks for an opportunity to take the shot and says Parson to come in and try to beam it into the back of the net, was unsuccessful in doing so.
Demo on to Ramen. Flitz with the flick up, leaves it for Parson off the crossbar, followed up by Flitz into the crossbar again. Kennesaw State definitely trying to equalize this, with St. Clair holding on to their lead. Pushes it around the corner. Kipper trying to continue on. He has no boost to work with, however. He's still trying to move up the field, but Flitz will play over him. Now St. Clair on the defense once more. TNT going to stop that from going to mid. Kipper gets one touch on it. Pass over to Christian. Trying to leave it for Ramen. Christian watching the play transpire as Flitz goes past midfield mark. Trying to center it for another goal by Kennesaw State. Doesn't find it. TNT, though, finds his opening after everyone had committed on it.
They are tied one aside, with Kennesaw State finally finding their first goal in game number 3. You can see there was an attempted save from Ramen, did not successfully make contact with the ball. We have 1 minute and 42 seconds remaining, which is plenty of time to find multiple goals. The question is, will someone manage to do so? Otherwise, we go into overtime. Looks like Christian's going to be the first one to make an attempt. That ball will be saved by TNT. Kipper sending the ball to Ramen. It's pinched up. It's going to hit the back wall for St. Clair. All 3 members were there for a moment. Christian will bring it to midfield. Stopped by Flitz mid-pass, and Flitz goes to TNT. TNT off the wall, looks for the double touch, hits the side bar. TNT's shot is not going to be successful. Parson off the wall. It's centered up to Ramen. Ramen sends it to Christian. Christian goes for the shot on goal again, too wide. Flick back to midfield stripe.
Right into the corner, TNT goes. Christian leaves it past mid. TNT's going to keep his own boost, keep it away from Christian. Gets one touch on the ball. Kipper pinches it off the wall to center. TNT takes it in mid. It's the double touch, moving on off the backboard. Credited with a shot on goal. Nice play by Flitz to keep the ball in St. Clair territory. Trying to set up Kennesaw State for another goal, finds it! Parson gets the second.
Kennesaw is only leading by 1. Typically you want that 2-goal lead, but so close to time being, for us being out of time here for game number 3. We did see St. Clair score 1 goal within seconds of the game ending in number 2, so perhaps they'll do it again and equalize it. So if you're Kennesaw State, you have to be fighting for this 3rd goal scoring opportunity. Parson dunks it down off the ground. It takes a bounce, hits the top crossbar, cleared out to midfield stripe, crossing into defensive 3rd territory for Kennesaw. Ramen flicks the ball to Christian. Christian plays it off the wall, but TNT is there. It makes slight contact and redirects Flitz off the backboard. Brings it down, has it stolen by Kipper for a moment. Double defender commit on the save. 10 seconds remaining. Christian goes to the shot. TNT will make the save. It's going to be Kipper to try and reset the play. Ball is in the air as we have 3 seconds left. It's either now that the ball goes in or Kennesaw puts themselves at series point.
Kennesaw on quite a tear to start off the playoffs. In this first match, we've been building up how much these best of 7s can be marathons, but Kennesaw State might just put an end to that. The one thing that I found interesting was that the one time which a goal was scored against them by St. Clair was the one time in which the thing I've been praising them for all this match fell apart, and that's the coordination. It's when we started seeing double commits come out from them, and that kind of shows why that is a fundamental of the game.
Well, I mean, you start to get stressed, you will start to make mistakes. I mean, we're only human at the end of the day, and so are all of these players, so it makes sense that some things will start to break down, but they still managed to be successful. They did end up winning and putting themselves at series point. St. Clair, this is your opportunity to start the reverse sweep and bring us home all the way to the 7-game series. Or Kennesaw, you send yourselves into the next round of playoffs and you send St. Clair home for the remainder of the season.
Kennesaw State versus St. Clair. Considering how many other games in NACE Star League St. Clair is either 1st or 2nd seeded in, this would be quite a dent in their ego to start off the playoff season, to immediately be eliminated from the running in Rocket League. We head back down to man, it is torrential down there.
It's monsoon season in
I
Rocket
know.
League.
It really is. All right, we're back to the action. And Kennesaw State immediately setting themselves up for another goal. They're not even going to wait 10 seconds to score one.
Appears as though their strategy may be to put multiple goals on the board as quickly as possible and then play keep away. You mentioned it earlier, they're fabulous at playing disruptive, and that can make goal scoring opportunities hard to come by if you're the enemy team. To go on the next kickoff, it's pinched into the defensive third for St. Clair. Christian's the only one there. TNT goes for the challenge, is unsuccessful. Christian plays it off the wall to Kipper. Kipper in the corner. We see a demo onto Flitz.
Rahman watches as the ball goes high up above him. TNT takes it away from him. Ball now in the center. Christian looking for his next play, but passes it right to someone from Kennesaw State, but he actually demos the one he was passing it to. Kennesaw State still gets the ball, however. TNT looking for his centering. Parson positioned a little bit too close to take a shot on the goal. Ball's pinched between two players, head all the way to the other side of the field. Double commit by Kennesaw State. They'll recover from that. TNT moving over, chasing the ball, trying to stop this clear from becoming too deadly against them. Blitz gets one touch on the ball. It is high and up for grabs, and St. Clair is going to take it. Pass it over to Christian on the teammate. Get the first goal of St. Clair's run and tie things up overall.
Kipper to Christian. Christian above Parson and TNT equalized, but very early on. So basically we're at 0-0 with a 4-minute game instead of 5.
And yeah. Like you would say, it's complicated. Scoreline. It's still plenty of time for either team to come out on top. Parson is going to chase the ball back over into St. Clair's corner. Huge bomber back over toward Owls territory. That's going to keep that from being centered. Christian goes right past it. In up for either Kipper or Rahman. It's going to be Rahman who gets the touch on it. Kennesaw State finding a possible opening to stop this offense from St. Clair. But as soon as I say that, St. Clair clears it back over into Kennesaw State's territory.
And TNT returns the exact same favor. It's now the defensive third for St. Clair. Flitz goes for the attempted shot on goal. Instead, it's going to end up being saved by Rahman. Rahman drops the ball down onto the ground. Parson looks for an opportunity to make contact. Is challenged by Parson instead and gets demoed. TNT off the ceiling to Parson, who's pushed off the ball by Kipper. Flitz to the back wall. Kipper off the side, doesn't make contact. Parson looks to get the ball away from two members of St. Clair. It's going to be Flitz to clear it to the opposite side, still in the defensive third for Kennesaw State. Parson off the wall. He's going to bring the ball forward, challenged by Christian. Christian will dunk the ball down. Someone has to come in at this point to help get this ball where it needs to go, and it's going to be Kipper. Rahman tries to also make contact, but Parson jukes them instead. There's a pileup in the corner. His ball slowly rolling towards midfield stripe. TNT to Flitz. Flitz has a golden opportunity to make a shot, but instead, Kipper will be demoed. Flitz will find another goal.
That's exactly what I was talking about. St. Clair's specialty right into Kipper. Parson gets the demo at just the right opportunity. Kennesaw State's going to go back into the lead, but there's still 2:12 left. In time for St. Clair to make a match out of this.
Flitz with possession off the ceiling, goes over a flipper, he said, has the ball stolen away instead. Parson pops the ball to TNT, who's playing on the wall. TNT will look to drop the ball down, plays it off the backboard, has Flitz. Flitz ends up flicking it to midfield. The ball drops down from the ceiling. It's going to be Parson with possession. Takes a double touch off the back wall, goes to TNT. TNT makes the shot, and that's another goal for Kennesaw State.
Now I think this is the crucial moment for St. Clair. I think either they get a goal here or they say goodbye to their playoff runs forever. There's more than enough time for them to make 2 goals. Thing is I think a three-goal lead is just too much to overcome at this level.
Still a minute and 45 seconds. We've seen 4 goals scored in shorter amounts of time as we have Christian bring it off the back wall, challenged by TNT. Ball will die down at midfield. Flitz plays it off the wall to himself, and Rahman tries to steal it away, is unsuccessful as Parson comes in for the redirect shot. Going to end up with Rahman again. Rahman has Kipper to try and pass, instead it goes to Christian. Christian looks for an opportunity to take the shot, is unsuccessful. Parson made the save. Ramen doing a full reset, bringing it to the back wall of their own defensive territory, sends it to Christian. Christian plays it into the corner for the defensive third to Kennesaw. It's going to be TNT to try and clear it out of the way. It's unsuccessful. Flitz will try to do the same thing. Again, not successful. Ramen's shot will be saved by TNT. Ball's rolling on the backboard. Parson with possession. Looks to play it around Kipper. Ball is sent right back into the corner, and this is Kennesaw State trying to run the timer out and just force St. Clair to make do with one goal.
TNT gets a touch on the ball to take it away from St. Clair with less than a minute. Christian needs to make a play right now. Has good aim and a demo, but not quite a goal. Blitz will find the save. TNT, quick shot onto St. Clair's goal, and I think that just about does it. Kennesaw State, ranked number 6, is going to be eliminating a big rival, St. Clair, immediately into the proceedings. Moving on to the next round, unless we have one goal scored every 10 seconds. It's hard to do. It's possible, but it's almost impossible.
So the ball is going to be in St. Clair territory with 14 seconds remaining. Demo onto Parson, demo onto Flitz. St. Clair is at least trying to put another goal up on the board. May not be successful as Parsons with possession, but it is going towards the net. Christian will be able to find a second goal, but there's 3 seconds remaining. 2 goals in that amount of time would be nothing short of a miracle.
I mean, it's gonna take 1 second to even get toward the ball in the first place. So by the time that ball goes in the air, yeah, it's going to go into the air and then just immediately hit the ground. So not enough room for St. Clair. Kennesaw State is going to pick up the victory 4-0 in the first playoff match of the season.
And that will send St. Clair away. That is the end of their playoff run, but they did have a fabulous season. But for now, congratulations, Kennesaw State. You guys are our champions for Game 1 of tonight.
And we also want to give a shout out to one of our supporters, the Army ROTC. College Open Minds and Army ROTC opens a world of opportunity. As an Army ROTC cadet, you'll learn to be a guide, mentor, and decision maker. Decide to lead today with the Army ROTC. And of course, Odyssey, Mushroom Elixir for NACE Star League. Odyssey, it's your journey, proudly bringing you all of the competitive action in NACE Star League for this playoff season. Well, that's the first one in the books. Our bracket is starting to fill in a little now, and we're going to have 2 more matches decided. You're going to want to stay tuned. We have plenty of more action to get for you today. We'll take a short break, but be back with more, so do not go away for 1 second.
Two games to the other team, and then 1 game right back to the other team. So then you're just stuck, once again, doing a best-of-3 series. With Kennesaw State finally finding their first goal in game number 3. You see there was an attempted save from Rahman.
Opening right into the goal. Goal for the Saints.
We can take a quick recap here of how this goal went down. We had Christian pop it up and then use the rebound off of TNT for the follow-up shot. We even had a secondary defender try to get in the way, but it was unsuccessful. Wow, we're going to get ready to go into the time here for game number
1 touch on the ball. It is high enough for grabs, and St. Clair is going to take it. Pass it over to Christian on the teammate. Get the first goal of St. Clair's run and tie things up overall.
Kipper to Christian. Christian above Parson and TNT equalize. Up in the corner, his ball slowly rolling towards midfield stripe. TNT to Flitz. Flitz has a golden opportunity to make a shot, but instead, Kipper will be demoed. Flitz will find another goal.
That's exactly what I was talking about. St. Clair's specialty right into Kipper. Parson gets the demo at just the right opportunity.
Field, the ball drops down from the ceiling. It's going to be Parson with possession. Takes a double touch off the back wall, goes to TNT. TNT makes the shot, and that's another goal for Kennesaw State.
Now I think this is the crucial moment for St. Clair. I think either they get a goal here or they say goodbye.
I'm Ryan Pruitt. I'm a sophomore at the University of Alabama at Birmingham.
Los Angeles Comic-Con is back at the LA Convention Center December 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Meet stars from hit movies and TV series like Matt Smith, Jamie Campbell Bower, Elijah Wood, Sean Astin, Rainn Wilson, and so much more. Shop over 800 exhibitors and artists. Experience the vibrant cosplay community and immerse yourself in the gaming and anime hall with tournaments for Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter all weekend long. Get your tickets for LA's favorite comic, gaming, anime, and pop culture convention at ComicConLA.com.
I'm Ryan Pruitt. I'm a sophomore at the University of Alabama at Birmingham. I'm a full-time college student, a future nurse, a small business owner, and a cadet in the U.S. Army ROTC. I'm the son of an Army officer, so I know the opportunities the Army provides. I knew the ROTC scholarship was the right choice for me to pay for the college that I wanted to go to. More than the money, I have people who are encouraging and committed to my success. I have big goals, and the Army is helping me make them a reality. I'm future Second Lieutenant Ryan Pruitt. That's my ROTC story. What will yours be?
Toxic therapy from your vape.
Can't sleep? Listen to my voice. Your friends all bailed on you. Your crush thinks you're thirsty. The planet is dying. Keep obsessing till 5 a.m.
Vaping nicotine is associated with sleep problems. Find solutions at thetruth.com.
For the race I lost, it's hopeless. Puddles to oceans, compare our devotions. Yeah, I wouldn't wanna end your party. Don't pity first, I second first. Want to know who you think you are. 'Cause I never thought you were so gentle, but I'm getting kinda mental. Cause every time I'm busy, yeah, your mood goes straight south. When I try to reassemble, and you're not feeling level, but I can't be the only one that's helping you out. I didn't apply to sacrifice all of myself to you. Oh, and all of my time was wasted trying to be there to get you through. I'm working the night shift, spending all of my time helping your mind shift while I'm losing mine.
We're in the round of 32, right?
I thought we are in 16.
Okay, I'll just say 16.
Yeah. Say 16. And then, were you looking at RIT Orange this year? Because when I looked at RIT Orange, there were
Welcome back into the NACE Star League studio. You are joining us here tonight for our coverage of our playoffs round of 16 for Rocket League. And now I am your host, Artemis Rain. Joining me is Colin Majunkin. So you were sidelined a little bit during the last game, but this next game we have coming up, which is between Oklahoma Christian and Rochester, seems as though you have some opinions regarding both of these teams.
I mean, they're both 6-0, and when you start getting into the round of 16, you start getting deeper and deeper into the stuff we've talked about before. It's really you've got to be that person. You've got to do the job in the team. Like it's a game of three, right? You're always going to talk about that. It's important to have the teammates, important to have team composition, and to execute well as a team. But at the end of the day, there's got to be somebody, or even two, if it really helps you out, to take these teams home. And when we're at a deadlock with this like 6-0, and that's not exactly to translate to other tournaments, but right now we're focused on the NACE Star League one that's going to be happening tonight. That determines if they move on or not. I'm going to have to take my pick, and it's going to have to be OC.
Okay, well, speaking of what's going on tonight, we can actually take a quick look at the schedule for all the teams that we have here this evening. We started off with Kennesaw State taking on St. Clair. That was a 4-0 sweep in favor of Kennesaw State. Then we're going to jump into our game with Oklahoma Christian and Rochester Institute of Technology, which is about to start here very soon. And then we'll close out the evening with one of, if not the scariest teams out there in any game, that is Maryville taking on Siena Heights for our final game of the evening. We can actually take a closer look at the two teams we have coming up. For Oklahoma Christian, it's going to be Chili, G-Man, and Chicken.
So it's out of Rochester. We got Luca Monster, Blue is what I'm just going to go with, and then Skies.
I'm pretty sure it's Blue Iguana.
Blue Iguana would make sense now that I look at it.
All right, with that being said, Oklahoma Christian, I know we've casted you a few times live on broadcast, and I know we can't change your names during the start of this, like during the actual season itself, but G-Man, we've got Chicken and we've got Chili, but bro, you've got to fit in with the foods theme here. That's all I got to say. Of course, you can disagree with me.
Oh, it's just chili's a food, but chili's more of a sauce. No, you don't eat chili unless you're an animal and you have the taste buds to handle it.
Wait, I eat chili?
You eat chili just straight up. Like
okay, at least the other co-caster who's off stage right now is looking at Colin like he's crazy, because chili is a legitimate food. You get it in a cup, and you eat it.
Nope. I can like the spice, but that's a bit too much for me. We're getting quickly into the game. We're going to find out exactly which team is built different and who's going to be the one to move on, because this is last chance. This is do or do not. There is no try.
Okay, Master Yoda. With that being said, we're about to jump in, and it looks like we have changed the stage. We've gone from dreary and rainy like it is outside our studio, because oh boy, is it rainy here,
oh, wow,
to a bright and beautiful sunset. That's a little bit of a flashbang in my face, but of course on the field it's not nearly as bad.
Kind of reminds me of, just going a bit off topic though, Ark Survival. If you've ever been flashbanged to that sun,
yes,
it is horrible.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But it's almost iconic. But we're gonna get quickly back into the game here. Starting game one, 5 minutes, a best of 7, first of 4 here. see if they go the distance or if a sweep like we saw in the last series here. Chili to G-Man, back down, and it's a slot that gets blocked out, but the save is nigh because Chicken was there to clean it up.
Chili to G-Man to Chili. Off the crossbar to Chicken. It's Chicken Chili.
I mean, that's the type of passing play right there that I absolutely love to see. The touchdown and back to a teammate is by far one of my favorite passing plays to see a team do. In fact, one of the favorite plays to see a team do in general. Chicken's going to slow it down a bit, try and beat out Luca. Does indeed do it. Chili goes up, he's going to beat up by Skies. There's a catch. Could find the team in the midfield here, trying. Knights and manages to find a slot past 3 defenders.
Hang on, let's take a quick look at this replay. Skies trying to just lob it to Knight. Knight almost gets it in, and then that pinch towards the sidebar. I mean, it was either, you know, it went in, you weren't there, or you happen to be there, it still goes in. To go to the next kickoff, it looks like Knight will be successful to bring it to mid, but G-Man tries to pop it up over Skies thereafter. Chili cuts in, takes it away, and G-Man almost makes contact to ensure the goal, but unfortunately it's not good enough. Chicken now off the wall, looks to pop over one, but is disrupted by Luca. Chili will pop it up against the wall again as it drops down. Skies takes the opportunity to push it into the defensive third for Oklahoma Christian. Luca will elevate again. Does not make contact. Ball crossing the defensive third for Rochester.
Skies. Get a boom out to the middle there. Luca tries to make up for it. Not going to be able to do too much with it, though. Knight not going to fake out Chicken, though, trying to get over one. Not really do it past Chili. There's Skies trying to find Luca in the midfield there. There's the redirect attempt, but not going to work out. Knight's going to get a 50. The ball's going to boom towards the net here. Saved out by Luca. Sky's now trying to keep the momentum going. Chicken's going to wait to catch this ball. Almost gets dunked. Luca's going to have to cut basic defense here. Knight's going to go up. It gets cut up by G-Man. Luca's there for the backboard defense. Sends the ball, and Chicken is there to get the save credit. And able to get a touch, but Sky's there to quickly challenge. G-Man's going to get it clear. Luca and Chicken elevate. Luca's going to get the beat, but Chili's going to probably send it to the corner. Yep.
Chili drops the ball down, ends up popping back up to Skies, who drops it off the ceiling. Knight tries to make contact, saved by G-Man on the shot on goal. Demo onto Luca. G-Man in the corner trying to battle for possession, takes another shot, plays it off the wall, tries to do a backflip to get it in the Nebs, unsuccessful. Chicken coming in from midfield will play it into the corner, tries to get it away from Skies. Skies pushes it to the opposite side, ends up with Knight. Knight gets a touch on it, allowing Luca to carry the rest of the way across midfield stripe, but the one in front of Luca is going to be Chili to stop that forward progress. Ball is pinched back across, still here inside of Oklahoma, inside of Rochester territory. Apologies, Oklahoma territory. Ball in front of the net, and it looks as though Chili is going to send the ball to Chicken. It's going to bounce down off the ceiling to G-Man, but it's going to hit the back wall instead.
Luca's going to get the pass to the Sky. Sky's going to attempt to go for a second touch. Was able to get it, but nothing off the backboard, though. Now Knight's going to opt to go around G-Man. Sky's the sidewall is going to opt not to go for it. Leaves Luca there. Going to get a slight touch. Knight's going to put one back on target, and there's nobody in net for the side of Oklahoma Christian. And a midfield shot that rarely finds the light of days. Going to find the back of the net. Rochester now 2-1 here. 2 minutes 14 seconds left in game 1. Chicken's going to attempt to slow it down, but Knight's going to elevate, get the contest. G-Man gets one touch. There's Luca going to pitch the sidewall. 50'd up by Chili, but this could be bad news Bears. That's a third for Rochester.
You were thoroughly convinced that Rochester had to show up today, right?
Very thoroughly convinced.
Right now they're showing up.
They are showing up right now, and I'm being honest, OC's there, but right now they're just, this past 15 seconds, they've gotten beat, they've gotten dunked, they found the gaps, and Rochester's doing a good job of not letting go of that gas pedal. My God, I think it's been 30 seconds, and they've put 3 on the board here.
Okay, Rochester, I need to inform you of something. Every goal you score stops that clock. And theoretically speaking, for a full 7-game series without any goals being scored, we are pushing into what could be an Outer One game.
And now the kickoff.
35 minutes. You consider goals factoring in, we'll add another 10 minutes. 45 minutes long, minimum for a full 7-game series, theoretically. I think that's about right.
I would say so.
Do you think you could keep playing for 45 minutes straight?
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, if that's what Colin thinks, then that's what Colin thinks.
No, I mean you got to understand. I think every player here is a veteran of tilt queuing for 2 to 3 hours straight, and it feels even better when you're winning right now, especially in the fashion that Rochester's doing. Oklahoma Christian tries to make a connect. I like the pass attempt in the mid there. It's not going to find Chili. Chili's going to have to elevate, get a touch in the corner here. G-Man might be able to cut, pick it up. Is able to do it, but Skies is just there. Right down, tries to get a Doomsday Dish, not able to do it. Luca's the one to pick it back up. Chicken's going to get 50. It's a bad 50 for the side of OC. He's able to get one touch. Now there's Chicken. Get one, slow it down, trying to keep possession. G-Man able to disrupt. Looks to get the double. Not able to do it. Skies gets 50'd out. It's going to be an opportunity. Knight's going to get the clear. Chili managed to stick with it, but a rough touch. Not going to be able to control it. Skies and Luca, power of friendship, going to clear it off. There's Chicken. Actually, it was Chili. There's Chicken in the net, able to get the credit for the save. G-Man tries to go for a touch. Wow, I would have loved to see that.
Chicken goes for the secondary follow-up. Can't find the back of the net. Chili still has minor possession. Will into the Skies and Knight. Knight off the wall. Looks for the flip reset, can't find it. Pushes one of Oklahoma players off the ball. Maybe Chicken tries to bring it to mid, stolen away by Knight. G-Man looking at Knight. It's gonna be Chili to elevate, steal possession, push it to G-Man. G-Man will elevate, get one flip reset, ball hits the ceiling, gets the second. No, I don't think all four tires made contact. Almost had two as we have Knight dunk the ball down in midfield stripe. Chicken off the wall, pops the ball towards the ceiling. It's gonna drop down. Currently, as we have less than 10 seconds remaining, this is most likely Rochester winning game number 1. Granted, they still got to win 3 more in order to send themselves, well, 2 more to send themselves to series point and 3 more to win out the entire series. And as a quick reminder, in case you watched our bracket reveal show, I predicted Oklahoma Christian would be the one to come out on top of this matchup, whereas Jacob went in favor of Rochester. And right now, Jacob's predictions looking like it might be ringing true. Whether or not that actually ends up coming to fruition, we don't know just yet. After all, it's a best-of-7 series, not just a best-of-5, so there's still an opportunity for Oklahoma Christian to pull this back in their favor. And as we began the broadcast for this game in particular, I remembered G-Man. I was thinking it should be called Spicy, so that it's Spicy Chicken Chili as like the 3-part combo when they all go for the ball in the net. Like that first goal they scored, it was G-Man to Chili to Chicken, and it was just like, you could have just had the perfect name combination for that.
It could have. It could have all worked out so well for them. But right now, honestly, it's kind of like Rochester's the little bit more complete team right now. They seem to be in the sort of groove. They're in the spots they need to be in. They're in the spots. They're hitting the shots they need to be. They're hitting the dunks. They're winning their 50s. In this moment, from what I could see, game 1, they were the better team. But honestly, in these playoffs, I never know what to predict. And BO7s allow teams to perform at a long distance greater chance to a degree. They have a better chance to reverse sweep it or just game to game.
You can't go for an all-out sprint in a best-of-5 series.
We kind of
best of 7. In a best of 7, you can't sprint it. It's definitely got to be like you treat it like cross country.
Oh, yeah.
However, it looks as though Rochester is looking to go the distance and make it fast. Getting the first initial shot on goal from Knight will be saved by Chicken. Ball still here inside Oklahoma Christian territory, not crossing the midfield stripe. It's going to be Luca to send it to the back wall. Chicken, who was up there to play defense, taps the ball to Chili, but Chili can't maintain possession. Skies plays it off the wall, looking to center it up to a teammate instead. Luca goes for the demo on G-Man. Chili gets the ball to midfield, immediately volleyed and popped back up in the air by Skies. Chicken will go for the challenge. Chili will be there for the follow-up. Send it across mid. G-Man tries to get it in the top right corner of the net, but unfortunately was too wide.
Luca to pick it up. Chicken's there to get the flag. 2 Rochester opponents go up. This could be an easy open net. That's if they don't whiff. They're not going to whiff. Chili's there to finish it out.
With the assist from Chicken.
With the assist from Chicken. G-Man was not a part of it this time.
No, this one was just Chicken Chili. I'm going to keep making this joke because I'm hungry.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That was a minute to get the first goal on the board. That's a little bit different than the other times we've seen here. Knight goes for 50, gets beat up by Chili though. Chili now going on a bit of rampage. Skies play that pretty well. Play the backboard defense. G-Man gets a bit of a dunk. Chicken's the one to catch up to it. Wins the 50 there. Knight goes up off the ceiling. Chili tries to get a read. Now going for the double. Is not able to do it. Knight's going to try and get a follow-up here, but Chicken's in net. The 50 could go in favor of G-Man. Cut the not. It was just in the right rotation. Able to play good defense there. Try to get one touch off the backboard. Skies going to get a clear. Attempt to get to a teammate. Not able to quite do it. Now off the backboard. Luca's the one. Soft touch off to the side. Knight trying to find a teammate in the mid, but gives up possession. But Chili's also not able to get a double here, and Luca's going to be the one to set it back. Chicken also gets demoed. This is a pretty big threat for the side of Oklahoma Christian, but the bump, actually, if they're able to get around Luca, they're not able to get around Luca.
G-Man plays it off the back wall to send it to mid, but it's Luca and Knight right there, and Knight will take it, tries it to make a shot. Chili hinges it towards the ceiling. Chicken will elevate, can't make contact. Skies just has to duke it around two, cannot. G-Man will make the save off the Skies' shot on goal. Ball drops down at midfield stripe. Luca prevents the forward momentum movement of one of the Oklahoma players. Luca will elevate again with possession. G-Man's rushing back to play that back post. Chili slows down off the wall, manages to duke out one. Can Chili duke out Skies? Is unsuccessful. Skies sends the ball to the side. Looks to play it off the wall. Chicken comes in for the attack, steals the ball away. Can Chicken maintain possession? The ball takes an awkward bounce, and Luca capitalizes, stealing it away for a moment. But G-Man came for the rescue. Unfortunately, G-Man 2 will lose out on possession after taking a shot. Knight was the one to make the save. The follow-up shot from Chicken also saved by Luca.
Right at top boost. Who's going to use it more effectively here as we're in such a close? Chili's going to have to beat Knight. Is able to do it more like get off their car to find the sweet spot. OC coming alive, playing a whole lot way quicker on the ball right now, and finding the slots they need to put this ball. 2 minutes, 3 seconds left. 2-0 here for the side of OC. Chili's going to win the kickoff here in a bit of an awkward position. Isn't able to get the read. Not able to put a quality shot on net.
Skies in the air, sends it to midfield. Chili will grab it when there's no one in possession. Gonna once again roll across the ceiling. Skies elevates, looks to redirect towards Knight. Chicken read the play, disrupted enough, allowing G-Man to come in to pop the ball to Chili. Ball sent back to midfield stripe. Knight has no one in front of him right now, and it looks as though Chicken's gonna be the one to race in to create a little bit of chaos. Ball goes to Luca, it's to the side wall. G-Man and Chicken are both playing for the backboard defense. It's gonna be G-Man to bring the ball to midfield stripe. Has to get it past Skies, is going to be unsuccessful. The ball went too far forward. Now Luca will bring it off the backboard. G-Man goes to play disruption once again, but Luca is undeterred, sends it to the back wall. Knight goes for the follow-up instead of pinch towards the ceiling. G-Man goes for an opportunity to take a shot off net, but unfortunately hits the high off the back wall. Chili goes for the reset play, but Chicken's not going to cut in fast enough, so Knight will take it to midfield stripe as we have 1 minute remaining.
Chicken now trying to get it to G-Man, who's going to try and put up. Luca is able to play the defense, though. Hatchet attempt a little play, but gets red. Wall here. Chicken's gonna have a bit of time here. Ability to get full boost here. Gets beat up by hits the sidebar. Would have been a free and open goal for Rochester to hope back in their favor, but Nye have it now. Chicken gets over one, looking to get Nye as a defender, not able to do it. They was just quick enough. Top of the dome there, yeah. We just see that there that could have changed the entirety of
The coast-to-coast play from Chicken, putting Oklahoma Christian leading this game by 3. However, in the series, Rochester was the first one to take game 1 as we dwindle down the last 30 seconds. This means we'll equalize the series if Oklahoma Christian manages to maintain this lead. Should be easy said and done for them in this instance. I rarely get to say that.
3 of them sitting in the corner here right now. Rochester, Chili is going to slow it down. Might find themselves in a dangerous situation. It was a bit of misplay on the side of Chili. Pop attempts to go for the solo play, but not cute on it and gets dunked. It's a free goal. 2 with what, under like 30 seconds left?
There's 10 seconds remaining. I'm not eating crows right now. There's no way I'm eating crows this game.
There's absolutely no shot. Goes, not able to quite get it. Chicken's gonna fall in the wrong direction. Gonna have to get a really. The double touch doesn't come into favor. for this out of Rochester, unless G-Man gets underneath Knight and be a tied series.
We can take a quick look at the accolades earned by all of these players and where all the shots were coming from. Ultimately, things were pretty equal across the board for both sides, but Oklahoma Christian just had better quality shots between the two.
Yeah, it was, like I said, it was a lot more a live team. I mean, from what I saw at game one, it was one of those things of Rochester was just winning their 50s consecutively and consistently. They were just on top of the ball. They were winning their dunks. They were winning their 50s. They put quality shots on net. But this time around, that didn't happen a lot of the time. OC was there. They were playing their defensive game well. They didn't let Rochester get away with the easy picks. And all of a sudden, the script got flipped.
I'm just happy, but I don't know how excited Rochester is going to be, considering now we are at a best-of-5 series as opposed to at this point, because both teams have one to their name.
Yep.
Question is, who's going to put themselves at, series point? Are we going to get someone quickly to a series point by winning 2 consecutive games in a row, or are we going to play this back-and-forth game for the remainder of this series?
Which could entirely happen, because Rocket League just one where you can. I call the game thing just simply because that's really what it is. Every player hits certain shots. They have a certain level of confidence. Communication may break down one time during a minute. It gets super intense, and we hardly see these dominating games between teams that are so closely even. And we're going to start seeing that more and more as we get deeper and deeper into these brackets. And either we start seeing more sweeps or we start seeing really close games like this. So
I mean, when you're in the round of 16 and you're battling out for the opportunity to make it to the round of 8, I anticipate back and forth. You're in playoffs. It should be fighting tooth and nail to get your opportunity to move on, or, at least if you end your season early, you can focus on your finals. But I mean, who doesn't want to be able to continue to play Rocket League, as we have already gone longer than we. Nope, as I was about to. I'm not finishing my previous statement. Skies is going to be the first one to score a goal, taking about 16 seconds. It was Luca off the wall to Skies. Double commit from the defense. Unfortunately, it was their own undoing in that instance. Rochester putting themselves on the board early as we have Chili and Knight go for the kickoff. G-Man will pop the ball up and leave it to Chicken to continue the ball into the defensive third. Redirects, tries to get it in front of the goal. G-Man attempts to finish out the play. Chili will circumvent one and ends up having that one person cut back in. Chicken goes for the shot on goal. Instead, it goes to G-Man, and G-Man makes the follow-up equalizing goal. We're now tied 1-aside.
Great. All right. Good job. 2 games. All right. Side. My team opens Skies off the crossbar. Good ball. And right now, playing. Wow.
I don't know what playground game I can associate this with. The only thing I'm thinking of is Red Rover for right now. But either way, it's like back and forth consistently between. It's tug of war, really, is what it is right now. We have Chicken going for another goal. Are we gonna see that tug of war begin? As we almost had the equalizer come out for Oklahoma Christian. Ball's back in their defensive third. Luca attempting to keep this play alive. It's G-Man to Chicken. Chicken has Chili, but that'd be a back pass that might be in dangerous territory. Skies is trying to capitalize on a little bit of confusion. Chili will push the ball forward at the cost of their car. Luca had a shot on goal. Luca will make the save off of Chili's shot on goal. Ball's popped up in front of Oklahoma Christian's net. Skies placed it off the backboard. We had the ball sent back to mid by G-Man. Luca was waiting there with no pressure. There was a double commit on the person taking the shot. Chicken with possession, very little pressure. Skies finally cuts in, but the ball still ends up back at midfield. Off the wall, G-Man will elevate, doesn't make contact. Luca doesn't manage to either. Chili with possession. G-Man looking to go and push out a defender, but Skies dodges G-Man. Chicken will come in, play it off the wall. Skies will intercept. Luca will elevate, plays it to the defensive third of Oklahoma Christian. G-Man with possession, pops it up over Skies, but there's still a defender in the net, as well as the ball being too wide. The follow-up touch will come from Chili, and then another one from G-Man, but it's thwarted by Luca. Chili goes to challenge to take the ball away from Skies, but is unsuccessful. Skies gets one flip reset, gets the second, but is pushed away from the ball. Chile with possession, leaves it for G-Man and chooses to stay back at midfield. Luka goes for the shot on goal. Instead, it's going to be too far forward to get accredited. Knight gets demoed by G-Man. It's a pinch between Chicken and Skies in the corner. Oklahoma Christian still has the ball in their defensive third, looking for an opportunity to find a clear, and they still need to find a goal to equalize it as we have 2 minutes remaining. Chile with possession, looks to get it past Skies, is slightly successful as it drops down here at midfield stripe. Luka pushes it forward, Chicken takes possession away. Looks to almost go for the flip reset, but fakes it out, allowing Chile to cut in, plays it off the backboard again, but no one was there from mid to follow up. Knight from the back wall, double commit on defense, could be the undoing for Oklahoma, but instead the geometry gods came in clutch for them. Ball went to midfield stripe, and now all of them have pushed forward except for Chicken, who manages to make the save off Luka's shot.
This guy's gonna touch down though. J-Man looking to pursue, gets beat up by Luka, but this could be a catch by Chile, trying to go underneath, not able to quite do it. Now if Skies a solo play opportunity, the ball gets sent way too far forward though, at a different speed. G-Man attempted to go for the sidewall play. There's a miss, there's a demo as well, but luckily G-Man was able to find the time. Not a whole lot of pressure there. There's Chile get one touch. This could be an open net. G-Man had put a boom on goal here, but Luka is all the way back. Another shot on net, but bit of a rough takeoff. That's Chile going to put the equalizer on the board for the side of OC, and that's OC finally finding the gap they've been looking for right there.
We're equalized to a side with, I believe, about 1 minute and 9 seconds, 7 seconds remaining. It took us a while for Oklahoma Christian to find this equalizer. Rochester at this point needs to be looking to get 1 goal, possibly 2, to secure themselves for the victory in game number 3, or we're going into overtime. We have G-Man playing way more hesitant than G-Man's been playing earlier. Skies in the corner, ball's in the defensive third for Rochester currently. Chile goes for the shot as we have a demo on tonight. Chicken has the ball pinched away from him. G-Man comes in as the ball goes over his head. Chile races back, and that Skies cross-map clear. Breakaway play, finding the 1 goal to put Rochester in the lead.
Gotta be careful with these heads-up plays, and especially these passing plays, because when you try to be fast and you try to execute it, you're gonna have to close the distance between teammates or make it happen. But when that happens, you leave your rotations extremely wide open. And unfortunately for the side of OC, they were left pretty much open there. Now we only got 30 seconds to make up for it. Knight trying to go for a ceiling challenge. There's Chile. Making some progress though. Chicken elevates, not able to quite do much with it. And touch the ball up. There's Knight to get 1 touchdown though. This could be territory for Chile. Chile make a play happen. Not able to do the backboard defense. Was able to come out strong. Only 10 seconds left. G-Man is able to get a 50. There's going to touch down to the corner here. Sky's going to try and boom it. Play keep away at this point. Chicken to get a soft touch, giving it back over possession midfield here. It's off to G-Man, going for a solo play with 1 second left. Gets the flipper set off the backboard. Nobody's there.
No way.
Chicken to get a touch
way.
there,
no
too, to finish
way.
it off.
Okay, wow.
And in the final second, they make the last 0 touch on the board, make like a 5-second play. And they were lucky that all 3 of them were sitting that close to the play. And it's got to be a heartbreaker for Rochester, because that is just devastating to find the breakaway goal and then to have that play happen to you. You just had to play keep away there.
That was our biggest Rocket League moment, and we didn't say.
It happened last time. There was like a 2-second goal that this is Rocket League, so you got to do it for the 1 time. But
I haven't had my chance to do it just yet. That's all right. As we have Chicken go for the first golden goal attempt. It's distorted, taken away. Chile stops the ball at midfield stripe. Is challenged by Knight. Ball's forward momentum is dying down. Still in the defensive third for Oklahoma Christian is Chicken. Push the ball forward. There's a demo on to G-Man, and when you're an OT, having a demo is never something you want to deal with. Now Chile's going to push the ball through the back wall. It's going to be Luka there. Grab it. Demo onto Skies. Ball in front of Rochester's net. That's going to be Knight carried across midfield stripe. Chicken racing forward, trying to battle away this ball from Knight. Knight instead takes the corner boost. That's one thing that I have noticed for Rochester is they will be boost starving Oklahoma Christian as much as possible, and it comes to be successful. Rochester finds the golden goal, putting themselves in the lead by 1, and now they're at 2 in the entire series.
I really think that double commit really messed them up there. I mean, when they double committed there, I think that was sort of the final nail in the coffin, where they bumped each other, then they lost possession of the ball, and now all of a sudden it starts to become a spiral type situation, and they're not able to gain control in those final 10 seconds. And they played a really good game. OC played a really good game, but Rochester had the better determination, and they were willing to just keep it going. I mean, it's almost like the endurance factor of, like, even though they were always up one and then equalized, up one, then equalized, they managed to find it at the very end of it. And that's the quality you got to admire a little bit in a team like that, of they're able to find those ones, and that's all you really got to do.
Well, Rochester, though, in a normal series would be at series point. They still have to win one more to put themselves in that safety position and give themselves a larger safety net. At this point, though, it's too early to call which team could end up walking away. Yeah. As we said, it's a best of 7. Right now, it looks as though Oklahoma Christian is going to have to step up and equalize again in the series to send us to a best of 3 overall, so to speak. But again, it's going to be up to the next 5 minutes to determine that. Will Oklahoma Christian be able to battle back and put themselves also at 2 in the series, or will Rochester put themselves at series point after this game?
And these have been really high-scoring games. Like, neither of these have been low-scoring games that have been really close and tight. No, it's been a shootout every single time. So, yeah, I just really agree with the statement that you make. It's still way too early. Even at match point, I'm going to say it's way too early to call, because these teams have been so neck and neck so far. It's just been the subtle, small mistakes they make that make all the difference in this series here. And that's going to win that 50. There's Chicken trying to find Chili. Not able to do it, though. Tries to pre-jump. Not going to find it. G-Man also going to pre-jump. Get the recovery off the sidewall there. Is not able to beat out Skies, though. Now Luca going for the double off the sidewall. Knight gets the preemptive touch. Now Skies going to make a cut, put a shot on net. And a very stagnant Oklahoma Christian defense is just going to be completely torn up there.
Caught flat tired. Unfortunately, can't make that save from ground zero, so to speak.
Nope. Yeah, you need momentum on your side. Shadow defense in there is utterly important, but it's honestly so difficult to do from that position. The play developed so fast, that was 100% in Rochester's favor here. But got 4 minutes and 25 seconds left here, trying to find G-Man upfield. Not able to quite do it. They might have a second chance here. Chili setting it up. Knight's already elevated. G-Man was able to get a touch. Chili trying to slot in the corner there. There's Luca with another amazing save, though. Off the touch here, Chili with a lot of boost. Knight's going to get the interruption, though. Luca going back-to-back posts here. Skies trying to play disrupt. G-Man was going for the bump. Opted not to go for it. Chili's in an awkward position here. The touch on the backboard is going to get the one. Luca now might be going for the double. Not going to find the shot quality, though. But it's still just causing chaos for Oklahoma Christian right here. G-Man trying to find a way out of their own half. Finally able to do it. Can it be for a long? Perhaps find a teammate. Luca's on the backboard. Should be able to find a good clear. There's Chicken to disrupt, though. Chili was there. Just a second late, though. Chicken's on the backboard trying to find something. G-Man elevates. Might be looking for the double. Is able to do it, but it plays right into Sky's hands. There's Chili with the backboard defense. Don't have to play possession here. Don't want to give it up too early. It's a bit of an open net, but it's quickly guarded back up. There's Knight to get the save. Send it back up to the corner here. Now Rochester's on the back of their heel and a bit off balance right now. They've got to find it. Touch on the backboard could be dangerous. Chicken to get one touchdown. There's Luca to get another save. Keeping out the backboard here. Skies misses. There's Chili with the cut. Nope, it's going to be that save it again.
Knight rolls over the ball. Chicken will cut in, steal it away. There's 2 in front of him. 2 Rochester defenders. Neither one made clean contact. The ball is bounced over Skies. Knight can't make contact either. Luca bounces it off the backboard. Chili will come from the side wall, and now it's trying to get it away from Skies. Ball's in the defensive third for Oklahoma Christian. Chicken volleys it forward. Chicken goes for the follow-up touch, their own assist. That's Chicken finding the equalizer for Oklahoma Christian.
That's at least twice now that this sort of happened. That yeah, Luca would have got the save there. Knight went for the interruption. I like the forward aggressiveness to sort of cut the teammate to go for the save, because I would rather my teammate be aggressive there. than passive, especially when the ball's on target, but that is very unfortunate to happen there. Luka's going to get a clear here. G-Man's going to go off the backboard here, miss it, go for the pinch grab, probably trying to fake. Nobody was up to challenge though. Going to get a demo to boot. This guy's going to get challenged on the ground here. Luka now trying to recover some ground. Checking off the backboard is going to maintain control. Knight gets the 50 though, wins it. G-Man off the backboard is going to clear it past Skies. Luka's up and elevated, gets beat, gets the demo as well though. Skies can try and get a touch around and an off beat touch. Knight was found slacking just a little bit.
We have Chili go for the shot, manages to make it in, and then also off screen from this, there is a low 5 that occurred.
Love to see it.
Kickoff goes in favor of Skies. Skies quickly loses possession, but it's pitched back towards Luka. Luka will clear one around Chili and Chicken. Can he get it past G-Man? Pseudo does is off the back wall. It ends up with Knight, but G-Man in the air brings it off the ceiling. Does not maintain contact, loses possession, but Luka will push it back into the defensive third for Oklahoma Christian. Chili once again off the back wall, brings it to mid, is quite low, so teammate comes in to pop it up into the air. Luka will pop it off the back wall to allow Skies to bring it the rest of the way forward. At midfield, Chicken steals it, sends it to Chili. Chili will make the shot, and that puts Oklahoma Christian in the lead by 2. Very similar to what we had in game 3 as well, so we can't call this one just yet. We have about 90 seconds remaining. That's plenty of time for Rochester to pull this back in their favor.
Finally in game 4, that upfront player they have that plays so high up pays off, and that's the plays you're looking for. Is you've got to find those passing plays to this person that's out of a traditional position.
In normal soccer, we call that cherry picking.
Really? Did not know that.
It's also referred to as being offsides, but Chicken, it don't matter because offsides doesn't exist in 3-on-3 soccer, nor does it exist in Rocket League, and that is another goal for Oklahoma Christian.
That's a heads-up play by G-Man right there. That bump just absolutely opens the door for Chicken right there. Chicken, you get the goal, but I'm going to give all the credit to G-Man right there. Now sitting 4-1 here. 4-1. Just last game, OC lost by 1 goal in overtime. This is exactly what I mean by these teams are so back and forth right here. It just really depends on how they're feeling in the game and what plays finally line up for them. They're finally able to do it here. The fake by Knight gets low. There's Luka to get the demo though. G-Man off the backboard was able to get the save, and there wasn't a quick enough retaliation by the side of Rochester. G-Man now going for a solo play double. Not able to quite do it. Chicken now going to control it off the sidewall here. Going for the flip reset, able to do it. There's a bit of a double commit. Skies out of control in the air here. Able to manage to regroup. Get a touch. Luka to get one. Now trying to follow it up. Chicken's going to get a touch. He's in a dangerous position. Gets a second off the ceiling. Send it to the corner there. That's the ideal play they want to happen there. Chili's going to boom it back to the corner. G-Man's going to get a demo onto Luka. Now trying to out of position. Knight not able to quite do it. The pinch down back to the ground. Only 7 seconds left in the game. And no matter who you ask, this game is pretty much sealed. The final couple of seconds. Ball's going to touch the ground. Sky's trying to put up one more. There's G-Man going for a psycho. It's going to touch ground. And that's OC taking game number 4 here.
Now we're tied.
With neither of these teams at match point.
Nope.
It is going the distance.
We're roughly, I think they've been playing nonstop, give or take the minute and a half we give them between rounds for almost 20 minutes straight. That's a lot of brain power for any Rocket League player, and there's still, we have to go the full distance now. We have to.
You're saying 20 minutes takes all of Rocket League players' brain power?
I'm saying it takes a lot. You guys have my full respect. Playing Rocket League at this level and like going from point 0 to this is like you relearn how to walk and then some. Like you go from not even crawling to sprinting in these games, and it is ridiculous. And it takes hundreds of thousands of hours to do so. So utmost respect, but I understand that when you're doing this, it takes a lot out of you. Yeah, I'm trying to say it's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time.
You can get winded. You can get mentally winded very quickly, especially in matchups like this, where it's just so back and forth because either you're a team that's trying to analyze all this information and trying to keep it up and find the gap and find what works and do all this, or you're the team that just sort of knows, hey, we need to play with what we win, and we're playing game by game. Nobody's out yet. Nobody's in the danger zone. Nobody's even at match point yet, so we don't really need to start panicking yet. So it's all a mental Oh, what a beautiful fake there. There's the demo play coming through. Oh, but the cut by Luka. Going to be the saving grace here. Chicken tries to go for a Doomsy. The defense off the backboard's good, but Chili's going to get a touch. There's G-Man and a missed touch for the last defender in Rochester. Going to open up OSC to an early goal.
Chicken to Chili, and then G-Man comes in from the midfield and says, I got it.
We saw Luka there. Missed touch on the controller there. Clicked the wrong buttons in the wrong succession. G-Man does get a good 50 there. Chili's going to get the beat. Now G-Man trying to find the angle, not able to quite do it. But Luka's off center, not able to cut in time, and not expecting G-Man to recover quite that quickly. Oklahoma Christian now up 2-0 here, pretty quickly in the game.
Okay, but these 2-goal leads this early, we're talking sub 30 seconds of the game starting,
Oh yeah.
are double-edged swords. If you can do it that fast, so can the other team, is all I have to say about that. Unless you can maintain this for the next 2 minutes, then it was all for naught.
And I mean, yeah, the key here is either to play solid Rocket League and just kind of play possession of the ball back and forth and keep it at a 0-goal lead. So scratch that plan. That's not happening because Rochester just midfield shot it back into the net. This is like the third time this has happened to OC. We see where the issue is.
It's overcommitting.
It's overcommitting. We do not have the rotation in back of the net quick enough, and we need to fix that because you had a 2-goal lead. Now you're back to a 1, and there's plenty of game left to play here. So you either got to really play keep away here and play possession, or continue putting numbers on the scoreboard, which has not been an easy game for OC so far.
It's not been an easy game for either side,
Either
okay?
side,
Because
yeah.
last match, it was Oklahoma Christian leading the charge 4-1. So that game was easy for them. The earlier game, 4-3, still, both teams putting up a lot of goals. I think what's coming to rear its ugly head on both sides is we have double commits and over rotates.
Chili. We gotta talk. Why are we pre-jumping into the opposition's net?
Well, yeehaw.
Once again, another open net for the side of OC here. Now it's 2-2. Now it's equalized.
Like I said, that 2-goal lead early on.
4 goals in 1 minute and 20 seconds. It's kind of insane there. Chile is able to come in, save the ball from a dangerous spot there. Chicken's going to get a touch. Managed to get the 100 boost here. Might be able to play off this touch now. Going to offer the solo play here. You have to get over Luka. Not able to quite do it though. Now it's Knight opts not to get the touch there. Chile off the backboard here. G-Man trying to get a touch and wow!
The hat trick
What
for
a
G-Man.
pre-flip shot there by G-Man there. It doesn't get much better than that.
Okay, but earlier you were saying, Chili, why'd you pre-jump? Well, G-Man just pre-jumped.
Okay, well, yeah, they committed. And that's the issue. That's the issue is we find these goals and we get them and then we think we can replicate it all the time when you can't. Your playoff series is on the line here and okay, Rochester, now you have an open goal.
Look, every player here, surprisingly enough, is human and can still make mistakes.
This is a first though for Rochester, I will say.
We've seen Rochester create a lot of double commits though, so they are not without, they themselves are not without mistakes. It just so happens to be that the ones that have been a little more glaring have been Oklahoma Christian. First time they've been punished for an open goal, perhaps it's happened more than once, we just haven't seen it. Now as we're looking right now, ball is in their defensive third. We have defenders in position. Knight will make the save off the Chili shot, and it's going to be Luka to carry the ball to midfield after a demo on G-Man. Chili will cut in, steal the ball away after Chicken demoed Knight. Guys attempting to keep the play alive with two teammates needing to come back and grab boost. Luka makes it back into place. Guys from mid's going to go for the shot, but it's pinched up, drops down off the ceiling. G-Man, you've got no one home and no one to beat. That's goal number 5 for Oklahoma Christian.
Seen really solid offensive power from the side of Oklahoma Christian here. Finally finding those quality shots on net and making these plays that they've been looking for the entire series finally work out. Where, once again, they're making Rochester's overcommits and issues start to become a little bit more apparent here now that finally find these openings. This guy's going to get the demo there. Chili tries to go for the solo play. Not able to quite do it. Now Knight trying to make something happen off the sidewall. Not able to get the flip on target. Bit of a double commit. G-Man's going to take the boost here. Chicken gets 50'd and beat. Now Sky's trying to put one in the back of the net. Almost connected with Knight there. Not able to quite do it. Now the ball in the middle of the field here. Sky's now going to try and beat out. Is going to be able to do it. Are they able to make the read? No, they're not. Not enough boost to follow up with it, though. They're going to try and steal the 100. Also not able to do that. G-Man's going to get clear. Save it for a moment. Knight's going to miss the touch as well. Chicken's going to slow it down. Beat out one. Now trying to beat out second here. Knight in an interesting position. Luca is able to get a touch. But will it be enough? G-Man to get 50'd out, though. Chili to get under Knight here. Now off the sidewall. You have to beat out Skies off the ceiling. Not able to do it, though. It's a touch. Chicken gets beat out as well. Skies now has a pretty clear opening. G-Man plays some solid defense. Doesn't get faked out. And is going to keep the scoreline here at 5-2. Goes for the musty. Gets the power. Luca's going to play solid defense off the backboard there. The 50. Chili might be trying to find the opening. The attempted pitch with G-Man's not going to work. But now a pinch back in the midfield. But there's not an OC offense to recombat. There's a chance for G-Man to find the Doomsday Dish. Not able to do it, though. OC is a lot quicker on the ball here, I will say. They are a lot quicker on the ball.
Perhaps the boost starving we saw in the early games has finally been rectified as far as Oklahoma Christian's perspective, because they're, as you said, they're being extremely fast now, getting themselves up to 6 points. That's G-Man getting a hat trick, I think, again.
And that's definitely not something we see very often. Backward defense fail for the side of Rochester. Knight overplays it just a tad bit. They're going to pay for it as now a 6-2 game. I mean, just as I'm really eating my words, because just as I was saying it was difficult for OC to find these goals, they managed to come out in style here and put a staggering 4-goal lead to their name here in game number 5. As it's pretty much looking like they're going to take match point. Or no, they're going to put themselves at match point.
That they shall, as Chili demos Knight. Chicken off the wall. Goes for one flip reset. Can we get the second? Nah, no double for you today. And the ball's going to be sent wide with Luca. Luca off the ceiling. Loses possession to Chili. Chili pops to Chicken. Chicken sends it to the corner. Skies will bring it down, pass it to Luca. Luca is disrupted by Chicken. It's G-Man with possession in the back defensive third. 1 second remaining. The ball will have to hit the ground for this game to end, but ultimately it's going to be Oklahoma Christian putting themselves at series points. But I can't say.
It's being drawn out.
Yeah, we can discuss it a little bit here. It's not a strong series point because
No.
Rochester just has to win one game themselves, and they're at series points. So it could go again either way. It's too much to call this early on. Right now, though, I'm pretty glad that last week during the bracket reveal, I was rooting on Oklahoma Christian. Maybe it's because I'm a bird and I have a kindred spirit with people using bird-like usernames.
That is true. That would be a solid correlation. That I would 100% back that one as well. But yeah, we just see Oklahoma Christian finally come out, and honestly, these plays they were finally looking for that we saw them attempt the entirety of the series finally connects for them. And I mean, you pointed it out perfectly. Like, the mistakes that Rochester was making finally get shown and amplified and kind of shown, hey, there are some weaknesses that they've made because, I mean, OC made it very apparent that they make those overcommits, they make those doubles, they make those bad touches, they make those human-like mistakes, and OC made them pay for it that match. But I just can't trust either of these teams right now.
I can't either. They're playing with my emotions.
They're consistently playing with their hearts, I guess, is what you could say, because we saw the high-scoring game from OC, then we saw the Warriors take it right back. It's been back and forth. But I'm still going to stick with my vote early in the matchup.
Well, it's too late for you to change it now. I wouldn't allow you to.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I would 100% tell production pull the plug on his mic if he starts saying that he's going to root for Rochester. Well, he's going to root for Oklahoma Christian instead.
Take it to post and edit in an AI voice of me saying I voted for OC the entire time. Ooh, a passing play by Chili. Knight going to play some solid defense, though. The right read on it. Now G-Man going to make a cut here, trying to find Chicken off the backboard, perhaps. Ball gets sped up too much here. Chili trying to make it still happen, though. G-Man sticking around. Chicken still playing at that midline, but now going to commit to the ball. Right off the backboard, going to get one touch, looking for a second here. Chili going to get the 50. Keep it in the gray side of the field right now. G-Man gets faked out. There's a demo. Here's a pretty open net. Chili gets put down back to earth off a weird touch. Luka now gets a soft touch. Knight can send it right back over to red side here. Chili gonna have to play some defense. Puts in the corner there. Chicken gonna make the commit. Find G-Man off the double. Not able to quite do it though. G-Man now trying to get a back pass going. Luka there was waiting. Here's Skies though as well. Might try and find the flick play. It gets underneath the final defender. Chili gets credit for the save, but it just wasn't enough. It's these 1v1 situations that are honestly so tough, and actually with the power of friendship too. Luka and Skies there, yeah, they were able to find that just power drive of a play and back into that. Off the kickoff though, Chicken gets a touch. G-Man sent back in here. Ooh, and a last second play by Luka though. Chicken's gonna keep it in the gray side. Skies now trying to play it to the corner. G-Man unable to steal the boost there. Chili gets 50, beat by Luka there. There's Knight pre-jumping all the way from the other corner here. Now gonna try and follow up. A bit of double commit by Skies and Knight. Two Rochester defenders, or Oklahoma Christian defenders commit. Not able to get a touch. Chicken's finally able to clear it off the backboard here. Knight gonna keep it in this side of the field. Chili's gonna elevate, get one touch to the corner. Skies to slow it down. There's Chili gonna pop up to G-Man. G-Man gets it over one, now trying to make it happen off the ceiling. Gets disrupted by Skies and Knight here. Knight gonna try and make a play happen. Chili's on the backboard off of a double demo trade. Gonna quick reset for those two players. Chicken now trying to find some teammate in the midfield here. Chili to G-Man. G-Man now trying to make something happen off the sidewall, but Luka read it. Now trying to play it slow, get underneath Chicken, not able to quite do it. Knight off the sidewall. Chili was there to disrupt. Chili to Chicken. Chicken plays it back down to Skies. Skies trying to make a double touch happen, not able to quite do it. Chili and Luka go up for it. Then a bit of chaos here. G-Man's the one to take control of the ball again. Chili's up, takes a shot on net. There's Chicken to try to advance the play, and the redirect finally plays through. And that's the play he's just been talking about. They finally find this first man so far up the field, finally paying off.
2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining, half a game, tied one aside. Kickoff, no one from Oklahoma Christian makes contact. Instead, Knight brings in the defensive third for Oklahoma Christian. Volleyed to midfield, Chili plays it off the back wall, looks for the pinch to Chicken. It hits the top crossbar and goes down. And that's goal number 2 for Oklahoma Christian.
Seeing the defense start to crumble a little bit more as this OC offense looks stronger and stronger every game. 2-1 here, 2 minutes and 22 seconds left. Still, like we said, plenty of game left, but it is match point, so the tensions are a little bit higher for the side of Rochester. They need to win this game if they want to stay in it. If they want to keep the playoff dream alive, they've got to win this game. They cannot fumble anything here, and that comes down to the smallest of plays here. G-Man sends it off the backboard to the red side here. Luka's going to get a soft touch, going to opt not to follow up, though, on it. Chili now getting a pinch off the sidewall, going to get a dunk as well in Skies. Now it's Luka playing it back down to the ground, playing possession here, going to flick over one. Here's Knight trying to slow it down, find somebody in the middle, going to opt to go for the second touch, though. Luka gets one, gets a trade back though. Now G-Man on the air dribble, gets it over one and finds it around the second here. These solo plays that Oklahoma Christian has been waiting to find all series. These past 2 games, 3 really, have finally paid off.
I think Oklahoma Christian was playing for the long distance run.
Yeah, I think they put on the serious gamer gloves. And it looks like an entirely different offense, honestly. Even though they play in these risky plays the entirety of the series, they finally find value there as just now they're running circles around this Rochester defense. As these, I just don't know how they're making it happen now all of a sudden.
The best of 7 games, I feel, personally prove which players have a beast inside of them that's been waiting to be unleashed, and other ones to unfortunately fizzle out early on. As we have Knight try to tell Chili that you need to sit down and chill out, demoing Chili early on, but Chili is back in the play. We see here Oklahoma Christian, all 3 members are very far forward. These are the opportunities Rochester needs to capitalize on, make the breakaways. Knight attempting to do just that, but instead Chili flicks it to 6-man Justin, well, G-man just in time. We have a attempted shot on goal from Luca. Unfortunately, it was too flat, so we have 1 minute remaining. They'll settle for demoing Chile to try and open the field up for the next 60 seconds. Can they find something? Rochester is down 3, 50 seconds remaining.
They've got to do it quick here because as time runs low, so does morale and that mental stability. And right now, it's bottoming out right now as Chile is going to find pass 2 here. Attempt to find a teammate in the middle here. Just going to get past another. Luca is able to get a pinch though, but Chicken played back, was able to catch it. G-Man going to back pass back to Chile here. Chile's going to boom it all the way back to the backboard. Luca's going to recover it though. G-Man's going to quickly attack that though. Chicken so far forward here, trying to go for the back pass here, but this might be...
G-Man was there. In this replay, you can look at Skies off the wall. Chicken even made contact. G-Man pushes it forward. Looked as though trying to flick it to the side, but got booped just a little bit too hard.
Unfortunately, you can afford to make that mistake here with the score that you have. You currently have a 2-goal lead here. If Rochester manages to equalize it quickly, for sure that'd be a stunner. Skies trying to find the backboard here, trying to make a play happen. Not able to quite do it. The final second on the clock rings down. This is Oklahoma Christian's series, as it is their match point, and now they win game number 6, putting them 4-2 here.
Oklahoma Christian will be our champions here for our first week of Rocket League playoffs, respectively in their game, advancing them on to the round of 8, but we still have one more game to go after this one. However, what are your thoughts regarding this game?
It was close. I think, I think OC just probably was tied up a little bit too much in the beginning, whatever it was.
And we also want to give a quick shout out to Extra Life. Extra Life has more. Extra Life is click the panel below to use the promo Level Up for $5 for your gaming pass as a part of Extra Life. More than 100 players across 20 teams active in the Super Team page have worked together to raise $32,050 this year. Join the growing list of NACE Star League schools participating in Game Day, November 4th, which is the Extra Life, which is the day Extra Life announced this year. Be your game day can be at any date that works best for you. If you're already an Extra Life team member, connect with us on NACE Star League in our Discord to get your fundraising initiatives amplified. And if you're feeling anxious, well, Truth has more information for you. Truth is America's largest nonprofit organization seeking to create a future where nicotine and tobacco usage are things of the past. To find out how nicotine and tobacco impact your mental well-being, reach out to Truth at breathofstressair.org. All I got to say is I was right.
We both were right.
I was right.
We both were right.
How were you right?
I called OC in the beginning. Play the VOD. Play the VOD back. This is crazy. I'm getting.
He doesn't exist
hate
anymore.
mail.
This man
I'm
lies.
Hate mail right now. Play the VOD. That's
Play
all I
the
gotta
VOD.
say. I'm
You
so
and
confident.
Jacob.
I'm
You and
so
Jacob.
confident in
Before
this.
the broadcast even started, you said RIT.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
You're gaslighting me right now. Regardless, either way, Oklahoma Christian, congratulations. You are advancing on to our round of 6. Theoretically, Jacob did not agree with me, but according to Colin did agree with me somehow magically.
To be technically clear, I revised my answer before we got on broadcast. So if it's on video, it's facts, and I said OC on video, so
Abraham
it's
Lincoln did
factual.
once say, if you can look it up online, then it's factual. With that being said, we will take a quick break. We'll leave you the top 5 plays of the game from this series brought to you by Mavics Gaming Chairs. Mavics, feel the difference. Don't go anywhere. We're back here with more Rocket League content to come.
Like the spice, but that's a bit too much for me. We're getting quickly into the game. We're going to find out exactly which team is built different and who's going to be the one to move on. Says some chicken. G-Man was not a part of it this time.
No, this one was just chicken chili. I'm going to keep making this joke because I'm hungry. Focus on your finals, but I mean, who doesn't want to be able to continue to play Rocket League as we have already gone longer than we... Nope, as I was about to... I'm not finishing my previous statement. Skies is going to be the first one to score a goal, taking about 16 seconds. It was Luka off the wall, disguise, double commit from the defense. Unfortunately.
Now Luka going for the double off the sidewall. Knight gets the preemptive touch. Now this guy's going to make a cut, put a shot on net. And a very stagnant Oklahoma Christian defense is just going to be completely torn up there.
Caught flat tired. Unfortunately can't make that error. Luka will pop it off the back wall to allow Skies to bring it the rest of the way forward. At midfield, Chicken steals it, sends it to Chili. Chili will make the shot, and that puts Oklahoma Christian the lead by 2. Very similar to what we had in game 3 as well, so we can't call this one just yet. We have about 90 seconds remaining. That's plenty of time for Rochester to pull this back in their favor.
Second left, gets the flipper set off the back where nobody's there.
No way.
Chicken to get a
No
touch
way.
there,
No
Chili to finish
way.
it off.
Okay,
And
wow.
in the final second, they make the last 0 touch on the board, make like a 5-second play. And they were lucky that all 3 of them were sitting that close to the play. And it's got to be a heartbreaker.
Welcome back into the NACE Star League studio. I'm still your host, Artie Rain. Joining me is Colin Majunkin. We just finished out Rochester University taking on Oklahoma Christian. And Oklahoma Christian, despite what the other 2 casters, or other 1 caster, depending on who you look at or which time of the broadcast you look at, Oklahoma Christian ended up being victorious. I called it last week that you guys would end up winning, and we're actually going to be joined by Chili, one of the players themselves. How are you feeling after that victory?
Feeling pretty good. I mean, I can't say we weren't expecting it, or at least hoping for it to happen. We've been practicing, but it was a good series, pretty fun.
Early on, game 1, game 2, game 3, it went Rochester, then you guys won, and then Rochester won. However, game 4 onwards, 3 games in a row you guys were victorious. What's changed between game 3 to game 4?
We had a CRL match before this, and it was pretty tough. Then we had to travel here and play straight away to the facility. I think we were just a bit slumped. We didn't come out hot out the gates, and then once we started playing like ourselves, we started winning pretty comfortably.
And then this is more of a personal question that I just kind of want to ask. What ends up happening in those final 3 games? You guys finally found out of that slump. Those passing plays you guys are looking for the entire time of having your first man so far up the field, trying to find these ahead of the game plays, sort of heads up. Was it finally clicking, or what exactly happened there?
I guess you could say it was clicking, but I think really we felt each other. We played with more confidence, and also took our time a bit more. So we really just played our own game finally.
Solid, love it.
All right, I don't know which one of your teammates popped in the background, but that was quite hilarious.
It's Big G man.
Ah, gotcha.
G-man.
Okay, so you're advancing to the round of 8. Are there any names or schools that are standing out to you that you're a little worried or excited to go up against, possibly?
Worried against any teams in the bracket? Apparently we're not worried at all, so we'll see how we go.
Right.
Love the confidence.
Well, I hope that confidence suits you guys well and carries you forward past the round of 8 into the round of 4. But with that being said, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to join us, especially after you've had such an eventful Rocket League evening. We hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night, and we'll see you next time.
Appreciate it. Have a good night, guys.
And that was Chili coming from Oklahoma Christian University, taking time to join us. Very thankful that he was able to do so. But we ourselves are going to take a quick break so we can get all the teams situated for our final match of the evening. Don't go anywhere. We have plenty of Rocket League action to come. We'll see you in just a few minutes.
Super overexposed.
Oh, my goodness. don't know if you guys can hear me, but I am going to throw to bracket.
Oh, should I be over there? Ball's going to boom towards the net here. Saved out by Luka.
Elevate. Can't make contacts, guys. Just Oklahoma, but instead, the geometry gods came in clutch for them. Ball. No way.
Chicken to get a
No
touch
way.
there, too,
No
to finish
way.
it off.
Okay.
Air dribble gets it over one and finds it around the second here. Hello, welcome back to the round 16 of the NACE Star League Varsity Premier playoffs that we got going on for Rocket League. It's a beautiful Monday night is what we got going on.
It's raining outside and pouring.
It is raining. Depends. It is all perspective, no? It is all 100% perspective. But we've had two matchups so far. We've had 4-0, pretty easy sweep. We've also had a pretty distant 4-2. What's your prediction for this match?
Okay, so it's Maryville, Siena Heights. Honestly, I am sorry, Siena Heights, but I'm leaning into Maryville on this one. I called that during the bracket lineup last week too on our bracket reveal day. I'm gonna stick with it. I think it's gonna be Maryville and not Siena Heights to make it into the round of 8, but ultimately it's up to how they perform in the next, what could be a full best of 7 series. And we can actually take a quick look, I think, at the bracket before we look at the schedule that we experienced today to actually kind of elaborate on that more. But as far as the schedule goes, this is your first time hosting.
This is first time hosting for me. So it's a bit of an up and up, but we're definitely going to take a look at that schedule right about now as you sort of iterated. Actually, okay, so we do get a look at the bracket here. We see going from top down, we saw what was West Virginia, UT Dallas, Oklahoma Christian, Rochester. We know that one ended in OC's favor. We have Boise State, Harrisburg. We have Maryville, Siena Heights. We're going to find out how that one shakes out right now. Ole Miss versus Shawnee State, Nicholas College, and Bruton Parker. Arcon and King, and then Kennesaw State and St. Clair, which you saw how that one ended in Kennesaw State's favor as well. So we've got a couple of these brackets filled out in our heads, but there's still a lot to be filled out that we don't know.
Yeah, so this next match, Maryville versus Siena Heights, that lower left corner for everyone that's looking at this screen, that is our 5th seed versus our 12th seed, one of those teams that has to battle it out consecutively against some of the top teams in the nation to continue on. And for those two teams tonight, for Maryville, we're going to have Calyx, Knight, and Stealth.
For the side of Siena Heights, we got Corrupt, Ben, Bob, and I'm going to go with X. I have a feeling it's going to have a different pronunciation, so apologies, but that's a possible substitution we could see.
Yes, so I predict Maryville. Do you agree with me this time? Are we going to start with the prediction that we stay on? Or
It's Maryville. It's Maryville. Are you gonna expose me at the end of the broadcast and say I said something else off stream?
You said something else, not just off stream, but at the start of the stream,
Lies.
you
Do have
also
video proof?
said it.
Show me the video. Show me the video.
My phone is over there. So I'm gonna go clip it. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna tag you on Twitter. I'm going to send it to you on Snapchat, and I'm going to post it in the Discord. I'm going to go clip that if someone else has already clipped it, because he's lying. Anyway, we're sticking with Maryville. If he changes his story later on, clip what he just said.
I mean, you already sort of laid out the storyline for it. It's a 5 and 12. It's 5 seed, and then it's 12 seed. And we definitely know off the top of my head that Maryville is undefeated. They went their entire regular season not dropping a single game. And I think we've seen Siena Heights quite often on broadcast, not only for Rocket League, but also several other games as well. So I'm not entirely sure of their record off the top of the dome here. But we're getting ready to go into the map. Selection doesn't really matter inside of Rocket League, but when does it ever really, really matter here? We said the stakes before, BO7. Bit of that long run, right? I mean, it's not that normal best of 5 type of feeling that we have, which is a bit of a shakeup, honestly, for players here. But to be honest, most of these players play in other leagues that have best of 3, best of 5, best of 7. So they're kind of used to ever-changing circumstances. It's just sort of what they're used to at that point. For the side of it, quickly into the game here, Siena Heights going to take control of the ball. Stealth going to touch it back onto the sidewall here. Knight's going to attempt to make the touch into midfield. Stealth now getting a redirect. Now trying to find the back of the net. X was sitting there patiently waiting here. Then tries to make the aggressive move. Not able to quite do it though. Does get the demo though nonetheless. That it could be an open net that we see. Nope, we're not. We're going to see Knight get a musty to try and find Calyx. Not able to do it though. Bob's going to have to make a cut back. A bit of chaos happening here on the side of Siena Heights defense app. On the sidewall, Stealth trying to find the back of the net. Ben there with the appropriate decision where to place their car. Knight gonna take a shot on the net, get blocked out again, trying to get a read. Bob's able to clear a little bit. So now Stealth trying to find Knight in the back of the net, off the cross, off the backboard. Was finally able to make it happen.
Stealth, backboard. What? Was there second contact from the backboard? From someone up there?
Yeah. There was, it was Knight. Yeah, it was Knight off the backboard from the alley-oop from Stealth.
Gotcha. All right. Well, we have Ben trying to steal the ball away from Knight. I think that actually is G, by the way. Not positive. We'll continue to call you X. Apologies if we are butchering your name. Knight off the ceiling. Drops down to 2 yards to Siena Heights. Bob tries to pinch it off the wall. Double commit from Maryville. Does lead the ball going to midfield, but Ben sends it right back. Knight, who's waiting for it, tries to slow the ball down just a tad bit. Attention to the corner. Sent to X, who pops it up at midfield stripe elevation from Bob, who goes to Ben. But Ben, unfortunately, is forced to send it in the corner, receiving pressure from Calix. Ben off the ceiling. Tries to play it around 1. Can we get it past Knight? It's going to be X to play it overnight. Bob tries to come in and prevent Calix from clearing the ball. It's at midfield. It's going to be Ben with a flip reset. Can we get the double? No, we will not. It's going to be popped up towards the ceiling by Knight. X comes in, though. X comes in. Yeah, and that is goal number 1 for Siena Heights.
I like the confidence by X there, right? Just sort of 100% committed in there, able to find the absolute tightest of angles right there, front and back of the net. And I gotta appreciate 100% of the way there, but still 1-1, 3 minutes left. Both miss off the kickoff here. Now Stealth in an awkward position here. Makes an early commit, is able to play a bit of defense down Knight off the backboard. 50 out X, is able to quite do it. Now Ben's gonna try and solo play, keep possession here. Gets one taken away by Stealth. Now Stealth beats out 1 into the midfield here. Ben's able to get 1 touch. Redirecting quickly back onto the sidewall. Calix is up, send it back to the right corner here. Bob steals 100 boost and leave it for X. There's a shot in the exact same place it took last time, but this time it's saved out by Knight. Bob can try to get a touch off the ceiling. Tries to play going. Knight will quite do it. Now off the sidewall. X makes the bad call there. Bob is up and elevated, but can't stop the double touch. That's a tough read to make, but Stealth making the better touch. Find the backboard double.
Looked almost as though we had a teammate on that backboard to play disruption if needed and almost distract any defense that could come in from Siena Heights. As we go to the next kickoff, Bob wins it, and Ben gets punished for their teammate by getting demoed. Bob managed to re-grab possession for a moment. Stealth will elevate, gets 1 flip reset, lets the ball die down. It's X to bring it to midfield stripe. Calix will push it forward in the defensive third for Siena Heights. Ben off the back wall looks to give it to, it looks like Bob, which then goes to X. X carrying it to midfield stripe is collided with by one of the Maryville players. Calix from the back wall, again disrupted by Bob. Hall continuing in the defensive third for Siena Heights. Stealth flicks it up towards the ceiling. X cuts in, pushes it into the defensive third from Maryville. It's Bob and Knight battling out for possession. Now it's X and Knight. Ball ricochets down off the ceiling to Stealth. Stealth's gonna play it off the backboard, but that might have been a mistake. Teammate of Stealth comes back in to make the save off Bob's shot.
On the sidewall here, 1:30 left. Now off the backboard, getting the double. It's a bit too harsh though. Ooh, but actually gets demoed here. Calix has a free touch, able to get around 1 though. Gonna lead the ball. Bob's gonna get a touch. Now back to Ben. Ben gets the redirect. Now X trying to find a teammate in the middle here. Knight's the one to disrupt. Calix could be looking for a redirect. Let's see if we get a touch. There's Stealth off the sidewall. Now taking a shot. Ben rotated back in time. This could be a back of the net to find. Now the rotation on Siena Heights. Back to the corner here. Knight's going to make a cut. Trying to find a player in the midfield for the side of Maryville. Not able to quite do it. A good cut by X. A second one off the back, but this could be a good follow-up. Ben's there. Going to put it in the bottom left bins. Equalize the game for the side of Siena Heights. This is a certain level of ferocity that I'm seeing from Siena Heights that I didn't expect.
We've got less than a minute. I'll round to 1 minute. Yes, it's adding 8 seconds. That's not great, but it's whatever. 1 minute of Rocket League to put yourself in the lead and secure it for that entire duration of a minute. With the way that these two teams are playing, it's like Rocket League Blitz. Yes, I'm coining that now. It's my own game. Make it at some point. Not call it Rocket League. We have ball in the corner, Siena Heights territory. Ben's going to bring it forward. Stopped on the ground by Knight. Stealth will be demoed by Bob. X at 30 seconds brings it off the wall. Has Ben waiting for the receive. Ben plays it to the backward. Follow-up from Bob, but it's read by Calix, who sends it into the back corner, Siena Heights territory. Ben, Bob both elevate. Bob sends it to midfield. Knight is there getting pushed off the ball by X. It's going to be Bob to pinch it off. X races back to get possession away from Calix. Bob goes to force Calix away from possession. 8 seconds remaining. Shot on goal from Maryville taken away by Bob. Knight goes to play it off the wall to center to a teammate. X is going to look to push it in the defensive third for Maryville. Stealth elevates. Ball needs to stay in the air. We go to overtime, and now it is whomever finds the first goal will walk away with a Game 1 victory.
Starting off OT right here. Calix going to opt not to get that touch. Knight to backpedal a bit, now trying to get a read, is able to get it, plus the flip reset off of it, but X is going to be the one to catch it on the ground here. And a big demo is going to leave the back of the net completely open, and Bob is going to sneak it in past an empty net. And that is Siena Heights taking Game 1. And just as I was talking about, there's a certain level of a fight that this Siena Heights team has that I was not expecting. And, you know, as I'm walking it back a bit here, yeah, they made it to playoffs. They're in the top 16. We should expect this level of them, but quite honestly, it was such a big difference between those teams' rankings. I thought it was an easy fight for Maryville, but they're proving me wrong Game 1.
If I'm wrong here, I will gladly accept it, but I'm just thinking back to how Game 1 shook out in our previous series. Yes, of course, it's two different teams and different rankings, but if you think about it, it was Rochester to win Game 1, and then it was Oklahoma Christian to win Game 2.
Yep.
So in this instance, Siena Heights is going to win Game 1. If Maryville then wins Game 2, I think it really puts the pressure on both teams to be successful. Of course, that starts at the very beginning, but from there on out, if it continues to be back and forth and we see full 5-game series, well, full 7-game series, then yes, they deserve, of course, the opportunity to continue to move forward, but it just shows how competitive these two teams are despite the disparity in their seeding rankings.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I think the biggest thing is they came to play. It's obvious from the way they're playing, the defense, the offense. They are clearly communicating. You watch them and the subtleties they do. They call each other off the ball. They're not double committing a whole lot. They're calling demos. They're doing those forward-thinking plays. They're clearly here to play. So I'm interested to see what Maryville will respond with, or if just this big Maryville team is causing Siena Heights to meet them at every single level they want to play at. And we're not going to know until we get down to the digital pitch, but it looks like it's about that time lining up as we're going to see our beautiful little field here.
And do remember, Siena Heights is another player that they could throw into the mix to shake up the play style if need be. Yep. We don't know if that sub will come in now in Game number 2, because obviously they were successful in Game 1. If they start to get a little shaky, then yes, you may have to pull in your substitute. But if all things are working and all green lights are on, why bother? But to set the pace for Maryville, we have a cross-map carry from Knight, finding goal number 1.
Bob just missing the ball. That simple mistake allows Knight to carry it all the way. Now it's up to Maryville here to see if they can continue to increase that score lead. Of course, they're going to let Siena Heights get back, or Siena Heights is going to come up with some tricky little plays that they're going to find in the back of the net here. Stealth not going for the double. Looks good for it. Is going to find it. Calix waiting for the touch. Wasn't able to get it, though. Now in the corner here, Bob's going to take control of the ball. Does get a flick, going to get past Stealth here, though. Knight going to challenge off the sidewall. Is going to win it. Stealth's going to be the one to take it over here. Now Stealth trying to continue with it here. Ben's going to send it right back in. There's a demo on Calix. Knight, the only one there, is going to be able to clear the ball, however. Knight now going for the flip reset, the low flip reset, plus the air dribble bump. Not able to quite get it, though, but now Stealth find themselves in a pretty good position. Fakes, get underneath with the bump by Calix, and just Bob also playing good defense here. It's going to allow them to find the right side of the field. X has an opportunity to take a shot. Going to try and go for a trick play. Slow it down a bit. It's going to be unsuccessful. Ben attempts to get the clear here. Not able to quite do it. Calix to get a pinch. Not able to find it here, but there's a lot of pressure here from the side of Maryville.
Ben tries to shoot the ball. It's stopped by Knight, but the follow-up touch from X is good and completely off topic here. This is my second favorite map, trumped only by Hot Wheels. It's G? Okay, I am confirming it's G. Apologies.
I will attempt to forever properly pronounce that name here. G off the kickoff. Stealth now has to get the 50, though. Didn't quite win it. Doesn't have enough boost to pursue, though. For the side of Siena Heights offense, Knight going to get a clear here. Stealth going to get a redirect back to the midfield. It's a bit slow, though. Knight going to try and get a pinch. The sidewall. Bob is now up, going for a double touch here. Going to be quickly stopped, though. Onto the midfield. Bob to get one touch back to the right corner here. Knight sent it back to the midfield here, giving up possession. The redirect. Z is up. Now trying to get the reset off the ceiling. Not able to do it.
Bob tries to thread the needle through 2, is unsuccessful. Stealth will make the save off Bob's shot. Ben attempting to go for a second attempt. Will lose out to Stealth. Stealth drops the ball down, takes a couple touches, slows down, gets it past Bob, can't get it past Ben. Calix comes in challenging Bob for possession. G will elevate to push the ball away from Knight. Knight attempts to make a second touch. It's going to be Ben to steal it for a moment. Sends it to midfield stripe. There are no blue names in sight, so Calix will elevate, gets one flip reset, can't find the second. G will make the clear. Bob was in a cherry-picking position, but have decided to rotate back slightly, allowing Knight to be the one to make contact. Ben goes for the shot. Double commit between Stealth and Knight. Knight to make the save off Ben's shot. Knight now elevates, pops the ball to Stealth. Stealth gets it past G. Stealth off the wall as Ben gets demoed. Bob unfortunately whiffs on contact in the elevation. It's up to G, and G can't make contact. Stealth. That's goal number 2, putting Maryville in the lead as we have 2 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, miss there by G, the miss there by Bob, plus coupled with the demo there. It's going to be a pretty free net there. Saw Stealth just glide right in. 2-1 here, 2 minutes and 1 second left. Off the kick off, Knight going to pursue this. Go for a flip reset here, trying to find the solo play. Did put it on net there, but it was defended by Bob. Now the 3rd save by Bob there in the game right now. Gonna get a demo. Stealth now trying to control it off the sidewall here, trying to keep possession. Gets it over Bob though. Gonna connect with Calix. Calix now going for the double. Is gonna get it. It's down at a bit far left though. Knights now has possession. Trying to maintain control. Able to get one touch. Not able to follow up the second though. Calix to win a 50 against 2 opposing defenders. Now it's Bob.
Okay, it's 11.
Oh, 11. Okay.
Guys. Come on.
But now we really, really know. So we really apologize for the 2 other mispronunciations, but they're performing well in the game right now, and that's all that kind of really matters. 11 takes the ball into the midfield, going for a pinch. Bob to take a shot on net. Knight is there to defend it, though, off the backboard, though. It could be a dangerous position. Ben to take the shot low, defended by net. 11 is up and elevated. Going to go for the soft touch into the corner here. Going to try and keep playing. Is able to do it. Send it back to the other side here. Ben's going to get the boom. Calix going to make the cut. Attempt to get around Ben. Is able to do. Are they going to Bob? They are able to. 11's the only one back in rotation in a bit of an awkward position. Is able to get a touch, though. Knight is there. Going to opt not to challenge, though. 11's going to go for the bump. Not able to quite get it. Down to 30 seconds here. Stealth to maintain control. Going for the flip. Under pressure. Maintaining it. Going for the flip reset. Gets it around 3 players.
Hang on. I want
What a play.
In this replay, how many flip I think that was at least a double, right?
Gets one. Nah, just gets the one and then air dribbles
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Still, what a play. Add it to the highlight reel as Maryville answering quickly. 3-1 here, less than 20 seconds left in the game.
There is an opportunity for Siena Heights to find 1, but 2 goals seems a little bit out of the realm of possibility in this instance as we have 9 seconds remaining. It's going to be 11 to carry the ball forward, but pressured by Calix. Knight also is going to come in to be the one to put the touch on and bring the ball up into the air. Ben will elevate, attempt to keep the ball high. However, this commitment from Siena Heights means that they leave their goal wide open. That is 4 from Maryville, putting them at 2 wins thus far in our series. Well, 1 win thus far in our series. We are tied 1 aside.
Knight's going to put a little bit of a buffer zone on those stats. Make sure he can flex a little bit, going to win the MVP to go a little bit with the teammates there. But honestly, that was the thing I was thinking of about Maryville is when they get cooking and they get room and space and boost to do these solo plays, it's going to be dangerous to see. We see them do it 2 separate occasions, taking on 2 to 3 defenders and get the ball past them and effectively put it in the back of the net. Now, there are ways to counter that, very effective ways to counter. And I saw it from Siena Heights in game 1. They're very coordinated. You can tell they communicate. You can tell they talk. That's all you really need to do with that defensive side. Somebody needs to be the first man. Somebody needs to go up for that ball and cause a commit. You don't even need to really do anything effectively. Just your presence alone is enough to cause that person to make a play, which if your second person in line is doing their job, will be sitting there patiently after like a second or two to make a jump on the play when they're very vulnerable.
So I've had some conversations with other casters as well as other Rocket League players. I'm not going to throw names out there because I don't want anyone being like, why would you tell this to a different caster? I'm going to ask you your opinion though. I have been told that when it comes to 3-mans, it should be significantly harder to go for solo plays versus when you're doing 2-mans.
Yeah, 100%.
So if someone is successfully pulling off solo play after solo play, does that basically mean that that is a side effect of something being wrong by the performance of the team they're going against?
Yeah, 100%. Is it effectively one of those things where in every level of just ranked and competitive play, and even CRL and ROCS, the highest levels of play, you don't see solo plays very often. That's why they're always in the highlight reel, because it's so mind-boggling that players are able to pull it off. And it really is a challenge of technical skill. And it's a sheer sign of if they get a solo play off against 2 or more defenders, there's an issue, in my opinion.
All right, well, Knight gets a flip reset, doesn't get the second flip reset. However, Stealth, there's no one in the net, should be able to get this one in, and that is goal number 1 to Maryville.
Yeah, during the entire time I was blabbling there, just the onslaught of attack by Maryville. They quickly got it to Maryville's side, but Siena Heights could not just hold on to possession there. And Maryville, they're just going to play hot potato with it if they're able to. And when they make you commit and miss or lose 50s, it's just a matter of time before they find the back of the net, and you've got to shut it down quickly.
Bob, in their own defensive third, has to circumvent Calyx. Does, but can't get quite past Knight. Looks like Stealth will rotate back just in time to make contact, pop it in the air. Bob tries to dunk it down. It's taken away by Calyx again. 11 in the corner. Ball stolen by Knight. All 3 members of Maryville were involved on one player's opportunity from Siena Heights. Now Knight will push the ball into the corner inside defensive third for Siena Heights. 2 will elevate. Stealth is also in the air. Will make the save off of 11 shot.
Calyx not going for the control, going for the musty. This Maryville team loves the musty play. Knight to get a 50 there. Stealth attempts to make a play happen off of an awkward touch. Now trying to cause more chaos in the back here. Not a whole lot of boost there. In fact, this Maryville team doesn't have a whole lot of boost in general at all. Stealth is going to take a play here. Going to get 100 boost. Actually, just quickly as I say it, back to 100 here. Now ready to make some plays. Siena Heights, though, playing some solid defense into the midfield here. Bit of a boom into mid. 11. Now going to try and make a cut around Knight. Not able to do it, though. The read was correct. Now Bob trying to circle back here. Realizes Stealth is there. Not able to make the adjustment quick enough. Luckily, there was a defender in place to send the ball back into mid there. Knight's going to get it over 1, though. There's Stealth to put it down and around the third. Maryville now up 2-0 in game 3.
Not enough time has passed off that clock for this to be a secure lead. It wasn't rapid succession like we saw earlier. However, above that 2 minute, especially the 2 minute and 30-second mark for me is when I don't believe personally that a 2-goal lead is enough.
And we've seen the Siena High team put points on the board against Maryville. So it's not a question of, are they going to, can they do it? They are fully capable and able to do it. It's just a matter of fact of them finally finding this groove and rhythm that we saw them find in game 1 here as the pass play happens into the midfield here. The shot goes on the backboard there, easily defended by Stealth. Now the demo chase here is going to find the space that Stealth needs into the midfield. It's dangerous, it's controlled, and when that combination happens, you're gonna find the back of the net.
Also, a little interesting side note. Both these teams' mascots are the same. If the Siena Heights is I believe there was supposed to be the St. Bernard that they go play, but it's the same.
Huh, I actually did not know that.
So it's Battle of the Saints.
You learn something new every day.
We are in college after all, Colin. You're supposed to. Just like these players are supposed to learn something every day. And right now, it looks like Maryville learned from game number 1. Is doing much better in game 2 and game 3 with a commanding lead of 3 goals currently. Bob dunks the ball down, attempting to get it past Calyx. Can't do it. Calyx sends it across over to Stealth. Stealth keeps it away from Ben. Can't keep it away from 11. 11 sends it to Bob. Bob sends it to Ben. Ben has one in front of them. Unfortunately, that one is Calix who makes a save, so Ben returns the favor in kind by demoing Calix for making the save on his shot. It's going to be Stealth to pop the ball up. Looks like it was intended for Knight, but either way, Stealth will manage to get the assist, and Calix will make the goal. Number 4 for Maryville.
Look at the bump there. I don't know if you did it intentionally, Knight, but if you did, hats off to you, because that is a heads-up bump there. But if you did it unintentionally, don't tell anybody, because it still makes you look cool, though.
Yeah, it's just calculated.
4-0 lead.
It's just calculated, no matter what.
If you don't tell anybody, nobody will know. It's in your head. That's all that matters. Bob goes up. Gonna make a soft touch down to the side there, but Knight was waiting patiently. 11 to get a 50, send it back to the red side here. Calix not trying to get it dangerously past their own net. Gonna pick up 200 boost. Span of a couple seconds here. Now gonna go for a double there. Can it pay off? Stealth gonna get one touch on the backboard. Gonna be cleared up by Bob though, but Hard Touch is gonna find itself rebounded back into the middle here. Once again, Knight to get it around another here. This Maryville team does a good job of playing hot potato with this ball and recovering off of it fast. Knight gonna make a second read. Not able to quite do it though. Stealth gonna play patiently here. Get it around 11. Not gonna go for a second. Looking to get over Bob. Not able to do that though. Ben's waiting in the corner here, but Knight was a bit faster. Now at the backboard here, Calix is going to get a touch. Wait on the second. Not able to quite do it. 11's the one that's going to continue. Pressure in the front. Now Knight going for a double. Is able to get the double though, but off of a 50 nonetheless. 11 be the one to control it down. Continues to control. Doesn't win the 50 though. Not Calix off the backboard. Might be looking to slow it down. We get a touchdown to Stealth. Not able to get it through before Bob is going to disrupt here. And the final couple seconds of this game, it's pretty accurate to say that this game 3 is going to go to Maryville, and they're 2 games away from taking the series here. It's going to touch the ground. It is a 4-0. Siena Heights, for the first time in the series, was not able to put a point on the board here, which is pretty big in my opinion, because it finally shows this Maryville team warming up. Those solo plays are starting to become a little more deadly, and now they're turning these really deadly solo plays into, hey, there's really deadly. Oh, dink to my teammate. Here's a pass down in front of your net. Here's a demo. Here's a bump. Here's a chase. They do it well, and Siena Heights is going to have an issue dealing with it effectively.
How do you deal with it? What do you do to rectify the situation in this instance?
It's such a tough answer to make. It's an in the moment thing of you've got to be able to make those decisions quickly, and I think the biggest thing is what makes really good teams. I've said it on broadcast before. I've broken record is the commitment and the level of hesitation is almost zero in Maryville. When they commit to the ball, they're using boost effectively. They're playing for possession. When they boom the ball, they're doing it with purpose, and they're making heads-up plays. How to deal with that, honestly, if you want the short and simple answer, pull the V1, demo everybody. They can't
Those
coordinate.
are the 2 responses I used to give.
They can't coordinate if they're not alive on the field. That's all I'm saying. Or you've got to play better and faster than them.
Out of the 2 of us, Colin is the subject matter expert, by the way. And so the fact that I get to hear him finally say demo people makes me happy.
It won an RLCS championship. It's not a valid strategy.
That was a double negative, right? You said not?
Yes.
Okay.
But it meant to be a positive. Oh. A bit of extra touches off the backboard. Unfortunate karma. Hopefully it pays off for you eventually, yeah. The double touch off the backboard is very sad.
20 seconds in, Maryville finds the first goal, and then they decide to demo Bob at the second kickoff. 11 pushes it to the side, is battling Stealth for... Maryville, you were not the ones I was speaking to about demoing.
That's a bump. That's another demo. That's a disrupt to get the free flick. Because once you're up in the air, it's like basketball. Once you're up, I can move around you as easy as pie. 2-0. So soon to this game here. But here's an open net for the side of Siena Heights off of a demo from Knight that was on to Ben, though. A bit of miscalculation. Santa Heights on the board here. 1 goal game now. The momentum swinging back towards a little bit more neutral favor. Still in Santa Heights' favor, though, in my opinion.
Ball is in their court, so to speak. They need to bring this back in their favor and tie us 2-2 in the series. Otherwise, it's going to put Maryville at series points. Ben makes a save off of Stealth's shot. Knight will save Ben's shot. Knight goes for their own, and it's saved by 11.
Alex now going for the solo play, looking to get underneath one. The air dribble's a bit too wide, not going to find a whole lot out of it. Stealth is going to win the 50 there, then get a demo to boot. Knight try and win their 50 as well. Gets beat out though by Bob. Stealth control it into the corner there. Bob to play disrupt though. Calix now up the sidewall. Gets 50 by 11 here, not going for the Doomsday Dish. Knight able to pull it out. Calix now to boom the ball back to the blue corner. Bob is trying to control up the sidewall. Does get the clear, but gets bumped off of it. And now Maryville should be able to control the ball decently well. A touch off the sidewall. Bob's going to miss their touch, and so is the Maryville defender as well. Knight now at the backboard is going to have to control it, catch it. Not going to be able to do too much as though 11. Trying to make a cut in rotation. A lot of chaos, honestly, just happening in a Maryville defensive half right now, as back and forth the Siena Heights team clears it, or they get it back into the half, then it gets cleared, get it back into the half, then it gets cleared here. But now on the opposite side of it, Stealth trying to fake out Bob, not able to get it done. Calix actually wins the 50. Now more chaos erupting in front of the goal of Siena Heights here. As we get just under 3 minutes, Calix now trying to get around a defender. There's Stealth to get a touch though, gets demoed for it. Calix with the back touch. Knight trying to get it over one. Ben was going to send it off to the blue corner though. Bob committed to the ball. Stealth is one to pick it up though, now trying to get it under 11. Not able to do it though. Bob trying to get it over Calix's head, finding a teammate in the middle. Might be more difficult than it seems. 11 though to get a good disrupt in the middle.
Knight off the ceiling, sends it to Stealth. Stealth is stopped by Ben. 11 is demoed by Stealth and demoed by Stealth on respawn. Ben will make the save off Knight's shot. Ball to midfield, Stealth with possession. Looks to carry it underneath 11. Leaves it for Calix. Calix makes the goal number 3 for Maryville. 2 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. We'll take a quick look here at this replay. We had 11 elevate and ends up dropping the ball back down to Stealth. And Stealth is like, okay, here you go, Calix. And then Ben elevates, tries to pinch it into the upper corner and just can't make contact in time.
Very unfortunate, especially when they had the chance to make a play there when they're upfield and there's only one defender left in Maryville net, and there was an offensive secondary player that could have gotten the bump. Really unfortunate. Ben doesn't have the boost to continue going there. There's a shot by 11, saved out by Knight, however. Now to get a really good read, Calix might have the good positioning here, and yep, on the rotation back is going to find the cut that is going to find immense amounts of value there, and that's going to be Maryville going up 1 more point with sub 3 minutes here.
Just over 2 right now, I believe. We can take a quick look. Actually, yeah, sub 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 53 seconds on the clock. That is plenty of time. We can say roughly a goal per minute right now if you're looking for Siena Heights to equalize things out. We have Calix send the ball to 50-50, drops back down to Calix. Ends up from the shot from Calix, saved by Bob. Ricochets to Knight at midfield, plays it off the wall, loses it to Bob once again. We have a demo on to 11. Stealth, Knight going in, the give, the go. That is Stealth getting a hat trick and goal number 5 for Maryville.
Quickly running away with this game right now. Just the same amount of deadly here. Siena Heights is able to put one on the board. Not the same that result that was of last game here, but talked about it before, and they've also changed a bit of their pattern to play too. We've seen them go a little more bump and demo heavy, but even so, they just simply cannot find a gap in this Maryville team as they just keep putting goal after goal here in game 4. It's getting that point where that goal deficit just keeps climbing, and it's honestly one of those games where it's just GG go next to the side of Siena Heights. You cannot add this game to the mental. It's just this clear understanding of its match point. It's do or die, and we have to get it done here. A passing play to happen in the mid, though. It's a bit off-center, though. Not going to find the ability to capitalize off of it. Here, Bob's going to control it into the corner. Going to be stolen. The 100 boost, almost pinched into their own net. Ben going to leave it for 11 here. 11 getting chased down by 2 Maryville players right now. Knight was looking for backboard defense. Now Ben going for a solo play here. Knight being stagnant in the corner and a double fake. Big brain play. That's all I got to say. Knight thought they got it. They thought they had the read. They did not. That is insane.
53 seconds remaining. Right now, Siena Heights is off by 4. I don't know if they can close this goal differential. Earlier, Colin said it's a GG go next type situation. I can't really find any faults in that statement. So here you can play for fun, try to get a couple goals to your name, but ultimately know that the next round is the last. As Siena Heights puts them now within 3 goals of equalizing this game. There's still over a minute left. Not impossible. But the ultimate thing to remember is that if Maryville wins this game, as far as the series, they will be at series point as we go into game 5. Yes, I can math.
And off the sidewall. Actually opts not to go for it though. Knight gonna put it back in the midfield here. Kyle going for a redirect. Knight attempting to get a play here going over the Kyle Ben gets a touch and catch it, trying to get underneath Stealth. Stealth somehow gets a touch though, disrupts the play a little bit here. 15 seconds left in the game here against that territory. Then Heights is able to put 2 more on the board than realistically what they were allotted for so long in the game here, in a demo on the bend by Stealth. Final seconds, touch onto the sidewall. Well, test to touch the ground one more time. This is going to be Maryville getting game 3. However, though that is not game, that's not series, I should say. That is match point. They've still got 1 more to go. But the way it's going for Maryville right now, they're unstoppable. It's one of those teams where they're playing faster, they're playing better, they're putting better shots on net, they're demoing better, they're communicating and working together what it seems to be at a higher level. So it's just got to be a dogfight for Siena Heights. They've got to find, where there's a will, there's a way, and they've got to find it.
I hope you're right. But at the end of the day, the numbers don't lie. We didn't have the stat screen pull up just now, but Siena Heights is definitely showing either the attrition is getting to them, because game 1, their performance was solid.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened between game 1 and game 2. I don't know if Maryville said, oh, okay, we goofed, and upped their ante from that point onwards, or they heard Collins say, start demoing people, and they're like, oh, you want demos? Let me show you demos, because that start of that game was a bloodbath.
Oh, yeah.
Being delivered courtesy of Maryville. I do want to see Siena Heights also return the favor in kind, but if you cannot keep up, then the odds of your Supersonic finding contact with someone else's vehicle is slim to none.
Oh, yeah. You've got to find the contact there nonetheless. And I mean, you talk about that war of attrition type thing, and that is such a true fact, especially after going and winning game 1, then losing 3 in a row. When you start losing games in a row, it starts just stacking. It's like a negative effect, right?
Negative stats effect?
Yeah, it's a negative stats effect. You've got to find a way to cleanse it and get rid of it, because it is bad for the mental here as Ben tries to find the back of the net, though. Knight was there to get credit for the save. Stealth to put another save on the board. Bob's going to put a shot on net now. Kyle's trying to make a solo play happen. Goes for the flick. It's not strong enough nor high enough here, but it's still an interesting position. A demo by Calix onto 11. Going to ruin the rotations a little bit, but it seems Siena Heights is able to truck along as if nothing happened. Bob to get the disrupt here. Calix does get the touch now, trying to find Stealth. Stealth the pre-flip, now going for the double. Not able to line up in time, but there's Calix with the beautiful top bin shot. Going to put Maryville up 1-0 very quick into this game.
Stealth pinches it back towards Calix. To elevate from the defense was 11 and Bob, and neither one could find the ball. 4 minutes, 12 seconds to go to kickoff number 2. And there's a demo immediately on to Ben. Stealth will get the ball right in front of the net. It's cleared out by Bob. It's 11 to push forward and try to carry it the rest of the way. Ben pushes Knight out of the play. Calix tries to bring the ball forward. Bob steals the ball for a moment. Off of Bob's shot, Knight made a save. 11 and Ben collide with one another and allow Maryville to push the ball into their own defensive third. Now 11 collides with Calix. It's up on the wall, and it looks as though it's Knight to race back, but that's an open goal. And Bob, I want to see this replay, because I think, was this a pinch off the wall?
This was. And it was a beautiful pinch. Honestly, I think that could be classified as a Cuxer pinch.
I thought Cuxer pinch involved pinching, like you pinch the ball, but it's because you pushed your enemy into it, and so like it's own goaling.
No, it's typically any pinch from like midfield on.
Okay.
It's like a certain way to do it as well. Like you need to do it a certain way. But honestly, in my book, I'm going to count it. It's just a really strong pinch at the end of the day. But I'm going to give you the credit for it nonetheless. Stealth going for a solo play there. Going to get all taken out by Calix though. Stealth is now up, gets a touch off the air. They're trying to get a recover. Knight going for the redirect. Trying to get another highlight play on the reel. Wasn't able to quite do it. Not going to put a stop to that play. Trying to recover though, but Ben gets the demo here. This could be the opening. Also disrupt attempted by 11, but not going to find the back of the net for side of Siena Heights as we get to sub 3 minutes here. But this could be a play by Ben for a double touch, saved out by Stealth. There's got to be the recoup and the follow-up by Siena Heights. It's not there, at least not yet. There's the clear. This could be the chance gone, but still the opportunity. Calix is going to get the redirect though. And Knight's going to be able to get a clear, possibly stick on it. There's 11 though, looking for the backboard play, not able to quite do it though. Ben was able to send it back to the midfield. 11 trying to play this up. Calix gets bumped off by their own teammate here. Stealth now trying to play faster. Ben not going to get a clear. Knight though, right rotation, going to leave the ball for Stealth. Stealth actually going to leave it for Calix getting over the ball here. Going for a solo play. Able to get it over 11. Are they able to get it past Bob? A touch off the backboard is going to be touched by Ben. But back to the corner here. Bob the quickie pick up on it. Knight gets one touch. 11 send it back up to the corner off the sidewall. Stealth now looking for somebody in the midfield here. Not able to find it, but there's Calix looking for the pinch of the wall. Not able to do it, but it might put him in a good position. And the shot is just a bit too strong, a bit too high.
We have a 4-car pile up in midfield. 11, the only one from Siena not involved, will make a save. Ben pushes it into the corner. Calix comes in to attempt to reset the play. It goes wide of the net. 11 with possession one more time. Flicks it forward, is disrupted by Knight. Stealth will finish out, taking the ball away as Calix now moves forward, pinches the ball down, and ends up being pinched at 50-50, and Stealth is still victorious. Goes into the corner. Stealth doesn't make second follow-up contact. It's going to be Knight to try and shoot it towards the net, and two defenders go up, and not one makes contact. That is going to be the goal to put Maryville in the lead.
This is honestly a tell of such a quality player there. Are they able to take this bit of a difficult shot in the corner there and able to air roll and position their car in the way to put a powerful shot on net, using the corner of your car to put a powerful shot on net. And it's such a key fundamental that every solid player needs to get down, because missing those shots and not scoring them is the difference between winning games close like this and losing them, as Ben finds himself in a perfect position to redirect the ball at the bottom of their car. 11 gets a good challenge off the ceiling there. Calix send it back over to the blue side. Ben to get a touch off the backboard there. Also gets an amazing touch off the crossbar. Going to get credited with another save.
Knight elevates, drops the ball to Calix. Calix will get a few air dribbles, looks to play it in the top right corner. Ball dies down before it can make it towards the net. Knight going for a reset play, pinches it off one of the Siena Heights members. Bob comes in, can't maintain possession. Calix tries to push to midfield stripe, and is thwarted by 11. Stealth and Knight both attempt to back up towards the ball. Neither one make contact. We have Ben with a tertiary touch and 11 with another one, but Ben unfortunately pushed the ball forward to try and reset the play as we have 30 seconds remaining. Siena Heights needs to find the equalizer, or Maryville's going to walk away with series here at this point. When 20 seconds are left on the clock, they need to be playing for overtime.
They only need one goal to do it, and it's so close. They have the ball on the side of Maryville here, but now Maryville has possession here. Knight and Stealth are just toying with the ball, trying to play keep away. They actually double commit right here. This could be the opportunity. 11's going for the demo here. Calix is there, though, for the defense. Trying to get a second attempt by Bob, saved out by Knight once again, but it's not over. 11 keeps it going.
No
There's
way,
a shot
11, come on.
the bounce, but simply not able to get there in time. That is going to be Maryville winning game number 5 and 4th for them in the series, and they're going to take the W, and they're going to move on past the 16, move on to the 8.
I only know, like, it's in basketball, it's like Sweet 16. I don't know what the round of 8 is called.
I actually don't know either. I don't know a whole lot of basketball. I'm going to be honest with you. Basketball was not a sport I followed growing up.
I'm just from a city where everyone goes crazy during basketball season.
That's true. And we want to give a special shout out to our sponsor, Odyssey Mushroom Elixir. It is your journey. College Open Minds Army ROTC opens a world of opportunity. As an Army ROTC candidate, you'll learn to guide, mentor, and decision-making. Go beyond your field of study and get a world-class education and leadership with Army ROTC today. Decide to lead today with Army ROTC. LA Comic-Con is producing an expansive and exciting gaming, esports, and anime experience in the West Hall of Los Angeles Convention Center on December 1st through 3rd. Your pass gets you access to gaming stage tournaments, stream studios, your favorite streamers, free play zones with the hottest PCs and console games, and the mix with over 10 indie games with devs on site. Click the panel below and use the promo code LEVELUP in all caps for $5 off your gaming pass. That's going to end it up for us here tonight. We finish off with 3 games. We see pretty stunning ones. Only one was a sweep of a 4-0. The other ones were definitely entertaining, as we don't see such a clean record. But nevertheless, those teams that did triumph it today get to move on. Unfortunately for those who did not, better luck next semester. It's pretty much right around the corner, so it's not too much of a hurt feelings there.
Focus on your finals.
Yeah, exactly. There's other things you got to put that noggin to use to, though. But you want to end out on any notes already?
Yeah, speaking of passing, I got, out of all my predictions today, 66% right, which is still a D, and that's not good enough. So hopefully next week I'm a little bit better when we go into the round of 8 with my predictions.
I wasn't on cast. What was your first game?
First game was St. Clair, and my brain is blanking on the second one.
Well, St. Clair and Kennesaw.
Yes, Kennesaw, and Kennesaw was victorious. I thought it would be St. Clair. But I don't recall if that is the prediction I made in the previous week. So I need to go back and check actually our bracket reveal day and write down everything that I said, because memory of a goldfish.
Get the VOD. And as we end out here, just want to give a quick shout out to all of our sponsors here. As always, Truth, Extra Life, Dunkin', Pizza Hut, Alienware, Odyssey, Elixir, Monster, LACC, ROTC, and Mavericks Gaming Chair. And we're going to leave you the top 5 plays of the game, which are sponsored by Mavericks Gaming Chair. Feel the difference. We're going to leave you the top 5 here tonight. For me and Artie, it's the end of it. But we're going to see you tomorrow for some Overwatch and Wednesday for Valorant. So
You'll see him for Valorant, not me.
That is true. But we'll see you then, at least for tomorrow. That's my bad. We're not going to know until we get down to the digital pitch, but it looks like it's about that.
So we're doing an interview with Knight?
Lining up as we're going to see our beautiful...
Live from Maryville.
Quickly running away with this game right now. Just the same amount of deadly here.
Knight gets a flip reset, doesn't get the second flip reset. However, Stealth, there's no one in the net, should be able to get this one in, and that is goal number 1 to Maryville.
Yeah, during the entire time I was blabbling there, just the onslaught of attack by Maryville. They quickly got it to Maryville's side, but Siena Heights could not just hold on to it. Trying to get a read, is able to get it, plus the flip reset off of it, but actually going to be the one to catch it on the ground here. And a big demo is going to the back of the net, completely open, and Bob is going to sneak it in past an empty net. And that is Siena Heights taking game 1. And just as I was talking about, there's a certain level of a fight that this down to 30 seconds here. Stealth to maintain control, going for the flip, under pressure, maintaining it, going for the flip reset, gets it around 3 players.
Hang on, I want
What a play.
In this replay, how many flip I think that was at least a double, right?
Gets one. Nah, it just gets the one and then air dribbles it.
Yeah.
Backboard defense, now Ben going for a solo play here. Knight being stagnant in the corner and a double fake. Big brain play, that's all I gotta say. Knight thought they got it. They thought they had the read. They did not. That is insane. Hello, welcome back to today's broadcast. I psyched you out there. We are joined by Knight here from the winning team, Maryville. Just finished out, finishing out the series 4-1. We've got him here for an interview. We're going to ask him some questions here, and starting it off, not so strong, but I think it's the obvious one to sort of ask. What happened game 1? You know, you guys did really well on the bottom 4.
Bro, we weren't locked, you know. Sometimes it happens, you know, we lost game 1, we had to lock in, and then the rest of the series was free.
Okay, so my question for you then is, we saw Stealth play today. Is Stealth back in the lineup for good now?
Yeah. Yes. We win in natties.
All right, well, Colin.
Hey, the plays y'all were making, I'd love to see Stealth continue to be on the roster here. But Oz, you move on in the postseason. Are there any teams that you're thinking their names might be challenges, or you're feeling
Well, I
pretty
just know
rock
we're
solid?
4-0 in Boise next series, so gotta get revenge.
I love the
league
confidence.
play.
We've had a couple teams that have had this confidence into it. I'd love to see the mashup that we have going on here. But thank you very much for sitting on the interview with us, and we wish you the best of luck going into your next matchup against Boise State.
Thank you.
And that's going to end it here for us at the NACE studio. Just finished that interview with Knight. And as we mentioned previously before I psyched you out there, we have Overwatch tomorrow, and then we have Valorant on Wednesday, which continue to move into the postseason. So you'll want to stick around for those games here. We're going to leave you the top 5 plays of the game, sponsored by Mavericks Gaming Chair. Feel the difference. Leave you with these.
Los Angeles Comic-Con is back at the LA Convention Center December 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Meet stars from hit movies and TV series like Matt Smith, Jamie Campbell Bower, Elijah Wood, Sean Astin, Rainn Wilson, and so much more. Shop over 800 exhibitors and artists. Experience the vibrant cosplay community and immerse yourself in the gaming and anime hall with tournaments for Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter all weekend long. Get your tickets for LA's favorite comic, gaming, anime, and pop culture convention at ComicConLA.com.
Of Alabama at Birmingham. I'm a full-time college student, a future nurse, a small business owner, and a cadet in the U.S. Army ROTC. I'm the son of an Army officer, so I know the opportunities the Army provides. I knew the ROTC scholarship was the right choice for me to pay for the college that I wanted to go to. More than the money, I have people who are encouraging and committed to my success. I have big goals, and the Army is helping me make them a reality. I'm future 2nd Lieutenant Ryan Pruitt. That's my ROTC story. What will yours be?
Toxic therapy from your vape.
Can't sleep? Listen to my voice. Your friends all bailed on you. Your crush thinks you're thirsty. The planet is dying. Keep obsessing till 5 a.m.
Vaping nicotine is associated with sleep problems. Find solutions at thetruth.com.